All is One Reflections. Welcome to Priestess Tea Time. I am Priestess Omoshule, one of the goddaughters of the Reverend Priestess Oshun Funke Iyanifa. I am a staff member at the Orisha Hoodoo Institute. I am the Ori priestess of the Orisha Hoodoo Institute. I'm an ancestral priestess. I'm a spiritual warrior, a spiritual avenger. I am the owner of Divinely Clairaudient Spiritual Consulting, and I am all that with a bag of chips with the dip.
All is One Reflections. I am Priestess Eva Pomile Omowaware Obunyomi, and I am a goddaughter of Priestess Oshun Funke Iyanifa. And I am staff at the Orisha Hoodoo Institute, staff at Black Spectrum Network, staff at the Voodoo Institute, and I am the owner of Enchanted Vibes, the co-owner of Vibe and High, and overall Bad Mama Jamma.
All is one. I am Priestess Olaia Ifa Shabi. I am a senior priestess with the Orisha Hoodoo Institute. I am a community priestess, a spiritual avenger. I am the owner and curator behind Yemiya's Inclinations, and I am also a Yoni Steam practitioner.
All is one. I am Priestess Omojole. I am one of the priestesses in training at the Risha Hoodoo Institute. I am also staff member at OHI and the Voodoo Institute. I am owner of A Mother's Love Apothecary, the Fairy Glam Mother, butcher baker, candlestick maker, and resident herbalist here at OHI.
All is one. My name is Priestess Anansi Ife Shewa. I am one of the goddaughters of Reverend Priestess Oshun Funke Iyanifa. I am a senior priestess at the and staff member at the OHI Institute. I am a Reiki master, energy manipulator, and I have the gift of foresight. If you came here to be anything, make sure you become the change you want to see. I fight for those who want to fight for themselves. Welcome.
Okay, so if you are watching before we get started, we are going to do giveaways throughout the entire broadcast. So each priestess has her own little hashtag, and all you have to do is put the hashtag in the comments. Make sure if you're watching from Facebook that you have StreamYard able to see your name so we can address you properly and so that it registers when it pops up on the screen. Otherwise, it'll say Facebook user and we won't know who it is. So make sure that StreamYard has access to your Facebook to see your name. And that link is actually in, I think it's like the very first comment, or it might be in the description of this video if you're watching from Facebook. Otherwise, pick one of our various YouTube channels to watch it from. That way, we can make sure you get the hashtags correct. But the priestess will announce her hashtag, and you just have to put that hashtag in the comments. And then after every segment, we will do a raffle, and you will get something from that priestess. It's a surprise. We all have our own stores and things that we sell and make. And so you will get something special from each priestess. So, our first topic, sorry, our first priestess is Priestess Omoshule. Priestess Omoshule, what is going to be your hashtag?
Okay, so hashtag. Do I want to start off like this? Go ahead and do your double swords. Y'all know the double swords. Go ahead and hashtag that. Okay. If you know, you know. Okay. So you know the double swords, the cross.
So it
That's
won't
my
let you do
hashtag.
emojis. It won't let you do
Oh,
emojis.
you said
But
it could do emojis. Who said it could do
no.
emojis? I was highly informed, misinformed. So let's thank you, Omiyemi. Okay, but okay. So we're gonna go back. We're gonna keep it all the way back. Let's just do hashtag Sunday. Let's just keep it Sunday.
Sunday.
Let's just
Okay.
keep it at that.
So I will, I just said it. So starting right now, you can do hashtag Sunday in the comments and it will start collecting entries. Again, make sure that you have your name shared if you were watching from Facebook. Okay, so hashtag Sunday has started. Wonderful, wonderful. There is somebody that says Facebook user. Whoever said, yeah, there's somebody that has Facebook user. It will not work. It will absolutely not work if you did not share it. So we can see Omi Yemi, and that's it. Anybody else from Facebook, we can't see who you are. So make sure that you have it sharing your name, or else we do not know. I see Tori. I see Oshun Kamibi. I see Omi Yemi. That's it. So correct that ASAP. All right. So our first segment is hot topics. This is going to be messy. I hope y'all have your tea. I have my tea. If you don't have tea, go get some. Okay. This is going to be messy. I'll just go ahead and go first. Unless Priestess Oshun, Priestess Omoshule, do you want to go first?
Okay, I could go first because yours a little bit, it gave me a headache. Okay. If anybody knows how to purposely like block certain people from just coming up on your social media, let me know. Like, I don't want to see no hashtags with them. I don't want to see their pictures. Is there a way that we can do that? Okay. Because Priestess Ifa Pomale, her hot topics are a hot mess. Okay, so we're going to keep it a hot mess, but Muppet hot mess. Okay, so first hot topic for me is, did y'all see that Tamar Braxton is back with her boo, Mr. Robinson, right? Y'all know if y'all got the last name Robinson, he's probably one of y'all. His people probably own y'all, but that's another subject. So apparently Tamar Braxton is back with Mr. Robinson, Jeremy Robinson. They broke up. He bashed her. He started taking Tommy out. For those who know who Tommy is, she's from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. For those that don't know, go watch a snippet of her and they'll tell you everything you need to know. Okay. Yes, this is where we started today, Oshun Kamibi. Okay, so apparently they are arguing over this man. He's not even cute. And Tamar is doing what Tamar does, throwing jabs, calling Tommy a crackhead. Tommy came back, was like, okay, if I'm a crackhead, then, he ate this box, basically. Okay. So
it wasn't the box. It was the.
It was not the box.
It was
he ate the booty like groceries. Okay.
Okay. I couldn't figure out a proper way to say it. I don't want you to get demonetized and stuff, and they take our first video off. Okay. So Tommy is spilling all the tea. And so they are fighting over this mid-level man. Okay. First of all, I wouldn't even be arguing over no man at all. That's one. If I got to do that, you got him, boo. And then secondly, have y'all seen what he looked like? We ain't talking about looks and stuff.
He looks like Colonel Sanders.
Listen, I'm not going to get over the pink meat. Like that. When Tommy said that, I liked about to hit the floor because I felt what she was saying. Like
pink meat.
And so,
meat.
Yes, and that is why I say that is just not my preference. It just gives me like a salmon roll, like a flesh salmon roll.
Please don't disrespect it. Please don't.
I'm just saying. Okay, it just gives me that vibe. Okay, and then you on this platform, Tamar, and then you like really trying to go in on another girl over a man.
He called it uncooked salmon. I'm done.
It does, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Just get a salmon roll without the skin and just the rice, and then you'll see what I say. Okay, it's nothing that I can't even get turned on about it. Okay, and so, but you do what you do, Tamar and Tommy, and So what are your thoughts about that? Them like going back and forth on social media over a man that, from what I see, hasn't brought anything to the table.
So
he's not even cute.
Topic. I was gonna pick this. I had this topic too.
Did you?
Yes. So it's fine. So this will cut out some time. You hear me? So Tamar got on stage the other day, said, I had to get my man back. That's a good man, Savannah. And called Tommy a crackhead, all this other type of stuff, right? So then everybody in the comments was like, now you know when Tommy come down off that high, she finna drag you. And Tommy actually dragged her in a very polite way. I was actually surprised, and I'm actually proud of the way that she did it, because she really didn't go off on Tamar. She didn't do the crazy Tommy that we're used to, the one that seems like a crackhead. She did like an actually very mature one, and she was like, girl. And Tamar did say that they were broke up. He didn't cheat on her with Tommy or nothing like that. Tamar said they were broke up, and they were. And he said that he did it to be vengeful or whatever. And so Tommy was like, Tamar, get it together. Like, this man admitted that he was talking to me, but to get back at you because we supposedly had beef or whatever. And so now there is these two beautiful Black women arguing over this not Black man,
Pink
and
meat.
over salmon phallus.
No,
And
no.
Yes.
Listen, salmon is a traditional food for me, and I need y'all to not ruin that for me, please.
so Tommy was like, he didn't even get no kitty. He ate the peach, but that was it. And he was just thirsty as hell. And if he was only thirsty to get back at you, what kind of man is that? Like, why are you even going so hard for this man? And she even recorded that he's a good man, Savannah line. Like, is he that good of a man if he's going to turn around and try and get with somebody just to get back at you, to make you feel some type of way, knowing it was meaningless? But he still did it though. Is that really a good man? And he's not even melanated. He is a melanot. So why are we arguing over this? And she really tried to, like, it seemed like she was kind of like squashing it in a way, but like standing up for herself at the same time, because she was like, I don't do drugs now, Tommy, let's be for real. But I'm not gonna say she's never done no drugs ever. She may not be on drugs currently, and if that's the case, that's great. That's wonderful. But I know she drink heavy. So if all that craziness came from alcohol, that's crazy, and she needs to get a hold of that. But baby, it's messy. I don't like the fact that we arguing over this man who is not even a high value man. Like, Tommy got money, and Tommy brought up that how much more money she has than he do. Like, Tommy got more money than this man. Okay. And yes, no, it's not always about money or whatever. That's fine. But he's not even the caliber of man in action or in income that anybody needs to be arguing about. And he looked like Colonel Sanders. And I can't get with that.
Wait, can we talk about the pillow talking now? About how he was telling all the Tamar
Right.
business?
She said that too. Like, he was really going in on
He
Tamar.
was talking about her.
Tommy,
Yeah. He was like,
how
oh,
her tour
her concert wasn't even sold out, and all this other stuff. Number one, he's a little too sassy for me. He's too sassy. Why are you pillow talking with the op? Like, just like Tommy said. And why are you pillow talking with the op? Like, you should not be telling, broke up or not, you should not be telling none of my business, especially for you to get up on social media and act like you're so remorseful over the breakup to begin with. Like, did you gonna say you kicked me out and sent me to my mother's house? Oh no, we see Tamar better than me, because we would have broke up right then and there. What you're not going to do is embarrass me on social media. No. No.
Can I ask y'all about the thought of, because that's the thing, when people break up, usually they have so much shit to say about the person, how much they weren't a good person and all the other stuff, and then they circle the block. Do you believe in circling the block, or once the relationship is done, it's done? So we got Ashanti circling the block with Nelly, Ain't My Business. And we got Tamar circling the block with Colonel Sanders, really ain't my business. We always got Krishan. She don't she don't make it up the block, okay, before she circle it back. She just does
she go right outside to the driveway and
she does
around
about
back in
face.
the house.
She opened the door.
Another thing, and now she back in the house.
So do y'all believe in, I feel like this. I don't believe in circling the block, especially if you're gonna try to play me like that. in public, like we can't even circle the block. We ain't even gonna be friends no more. You're not gonna see me in no pictures. But we all know these celebrities are very different. So, what are your thoughts about Tamar circling the block with this guy, even after he took Tommy out and was flashing her and all these other things? It's a no for me. It's a point blank no, period. But some people are. I feel like some women they rather have a nigga on their arm, or Colonel Sanders on their arm, instead of being lonely. And
Immediately, no.
exactly, don't exactly, Omiyemi, don't embarrass me in public. Mm-mm.
We're not hustling backwards over here. Sorry.
I'm not gonna lie. I have circled the block every now and again to keep my body count low. You know, um, it just
That's
is what it
different.
is. You know, it and in most cases it was many years later. Um, this one I'm with now, I done circled the block about 15 times, and I'm probably gonna circle it again today after we get off of this podcast. But I mean, it really depends on the nature of the breakup, um how it's handled afterwards, and if that person has really grown since the breakup. Like the with them, I feel like he's I don't think he grew from the time that they broke up to the time that they got back together, because we're literally talking about what 30, 45 days tops from the time they announced the breakup to now they're back together. So I don't think you went through that much trauma in 30 to 45 days to get back together. I really feel like um it's a opportunity grab. Like he circled back around with her because being with her kept his name in the mix, and then it's also like a jab at his ex-wife, because the ex-wife was like really going back and forth about it with Tamar, about because she called the kids her kids and all of that other stuff. Like I really think he's really messy. He's really messy. He's female messy. And I really feel like it's just another way to keep the drama going. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't feel like it's genuine. And I feel like Tamar circled the block because she don't want to be lonely. Like she was married to Vince, and he cheated, and then they got divorced, and now she's with this one. And then she turns around and like all of her sisters are either married or involved, and her mama probably down her throat and whatever. And then she had like that dude before, the white boy, that was all involved, and then he up and disappeared. Like I think she just don't want to keep going through the public embarrassment of her failed relationships.
That's why you keep that shit private. But I guess it's hard as a celebrity. It can happen. It could really happen. People hiding kids and stuff. It can happen. But I digress. Okay, we can move on, Priestess. I'm done. Tamar done gave me a headache. Oh, child, my head's about to explode with the next one. Let me get some ibuprofen.
Okay, so since we had the same thing, also make sure y'all are commenting #Sunday in the comments so that you can be entered in the drawing for a product of some sort from Priestess Omoshule. Okay, so mine was the same as Priestess Omoshule. So Priestess Olaia, um, you got anything hot and steamy for us? Anything piping hot? Anything that's just out of control?
So I heard that Blueface snuck and did a DNA test on his little baby and is saying the baby is not his now. And he is like shouting it at the rooftops all across the internet.
Cat.
Not my baby.
Cat.
What is the entire fuck, y'all?
Cat. If that was true, he would have put that DNA test out on the internet like he put them babies' genitals
Bam.
out on the internet.
I need some proof. The proof is in the pudding, and I need to see that receipt.
He ain't had no problem spreading that child porn. Because that's exactly what it was, child pornography. When you take a picture of a child's genitals and exchange it to the internet, that was child porn. He engaged in child porn with no problem to make that girl look like a fool. But you can't come up with that at-home DNA swab that you so-called did, that you could have got the dog to do.
Did y'all see his
Listen.
thing on Twitter? It says, "Tell me why I snook and swabbed this baby DNA test results came in. I am not the father." Shaking my head. It's a bittersweet feeling because I was coming around to it, but definitely in my best interest. Thank you, Jesus.
But
Coming
look
around
how
to
he
it.
said snook. He said snook. SNOOK.
Snook. Yeah, snook.
Snook.
Snook. These no child left behind having ass niggas. Like,
But no, what gets me though is he's only doing this because his baby mama's linked up and had him fucking pissed off. He's doing this because he mad at Krishan for being at the fucking studio and recording music when he was trying to get his little baby daddy privileges on, and she said, this ain't no real shit. Like, no. And I mean, on the other hand, he really literally could have snuck a DNA test. It's not uncommon. I have a comrade who did.
listen, don't nobody want to hear that. That DNA test that Zeus did came from DNA Diagnostic Center, which is the same place that Maury been using for 11 years for the "you are not the baby daddies." They do not play around like that. You know what I'm saying? This is like a legit, credible place. And that DNA test said that was his damn baby. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. He is the daddy.
I think he's the daddy. Personally, I do.
now, did he say that it was Krishan Jr.? Did he admit that it was? Or is it one of them other kids?
He did kind of hint that he was trying to have one of Jaden kids tested, because allegedly she slept with his brother. But it's so much drama going on with them. I can't even.
What?
I can't even.
So
Yeah.
the daughter that's allegedly not his, because his brother was in jail, in prison. He was locked up. He only been out for several years. So like, what?
Don't get me started.
Woo-wee. The drama.
It's too much. And these niggas ain't even old enough to drink. That's the problem. They not even old enough to go in the damn store and buy a bottle of liquor. And they got more problems than everybody.
So if anybody has a way that I can just make them disappear from my social media, maybe that is God saying I don't need to be on social media. Because every time I open up the app, okay, they are on there. She crying, she cursing them out. The baby's genitals is on there. Jaden, that they linking up. Like and this is Guy Olodumare saying, "Girls, stay off of social media." So if anybody knows a way where they can just disappear from my social media, maybe I need to block hashtag Krishan and Blue, block Jaden, block Krishan Junior Penis, like any of that. Like I need that gone. It is just, I'm tired of them. I don't even know what to do. So maybe I need to get off. And so the train is coming. So this is a confirmation. Maybe I need to stay off of social media.
Ogunye.
Ogunye. Okay. So he was like, you know what? Get off that technology right now. Okay. So I'm so done with them. But can you do a DNA test without both parents there? Is that, my baby father ain't never tried to DNA test me. Okay. But is that like, I thought both parents had to be there.
No. So, especially if you just swab the mouth, they literally sell those in the drugstore, and you can send in the results to get an answer. It's not nothing. Now, if you go into a place, that's the thing. He did a swab. He didn't do a blood test. If he did a blood test, I don't think that, because he's on the birth certificate, I don't think that he would have to, because he's on the birth certificate. So it really just depends. But yeah,
he's not on the birth certificate.
Oh, he isn't? Yeah.
But no, she made sure not to put him on the birth certificate.
Yeah. Depending upon how he did it, you don't have to have the other parent there at all. And if
we the daddies, we have seen this girl give birth on live. We the daddies. Okay. We all the
sure enough.
Child. And so let's talk about how a couple days ago he was mad because she got a babysitter to watch Krishan Jr. And so she was out in the studio, and he went to her house at 4 a.m., found out she wasn't there, and went and found her at the studio and was trying to take the baby because she was out. Like, sir, she had a babysitter. Talking about they ain't got no parent. Nigga, you
number one, why is you at somebody's house at 4 a.m? Why are you not asleep?
Why are you
That's like a nigga calling at 11 o'clock talking about something. Let me talk to my baby, nigga.
No, he was trying to slide in some coochie.
That's exactly what it was.
He was trying to slide in some coochie.
Okay, so and this might be like a deeper subject, but and it could be another topic, but I'm gonna be real. As a woman, I'm not trying to down anybody, but like, at what point do motherfuckers get tired of like the foolishness, the fuckery? Like, I'm at a point right now. I know it's way deeper because Sean got parent issues and stuff. And by all means, I think a lot of people have parent issues, but I think it's gonna have to come to a point where she's gonna have to make some changes, like, because it's gonna be continuous. I don't feel sorry anymore. You got at least the financial means to change your situation. You got the financial means to find a good sitter. Okay, not your homegirl on the block. You got and I guess your homegirl will be better, because you don't know these daycare centers beating kids ass and shit. So, but you have the means for therapy. You have I think that she's gonna have to continue to keep living, but I don't and learning and growing, especially because when I was her age, I was doing fuck shit too. But I hope that nothing bad happens to her before she really gets her act together, because there's a kid in this. Like, it's a kid that's in the middle of this. They got the baby outside. Are they in Baltimore or LA? They got the baby outside.
LA.
And either way, I know it gets cold. It gets cold in LA at night. I don't know what I thought. I came outside with booty shorts and everything. I hopped off the plane and they said 56, and I said, I know this is a lie. So they got the baby out there, not even bundled up, and you're worried. You're trying to rescue your kid. Rescue the kid from what? The kid need to be saved from you, your ignorant mama, okay, and everybody that's around you with your bullshit. But that's it. I ain't got anything else to say about Krishan.
Listen. He ain't have no car seat. He ain't had no baby bag. The baby wasn't bundled up. He got the baby in his arms in the back seat of the car. Like you said, if anything, the baby need to be protected from him. Because number one, why are you at somebody's house 4 a.m, beating them up, snatching the child out of their arms, and then parading around LA with the camera in the poor baby face? Baby want to go sleep. The baby tired. And you got that baby up at the crack of dawn recording. Like, the Crips need to come get him and just take them with him. He need to just go back to the streets. Like, he ain't even got no music out. Like, don't nobody care about Bust Down Tatiana no more. Like, he just need to just go ahead with himself. Like, he is just.
So he actually does have music. He keeps releasing shit and it's trash.
He got clowned. He got interviewed, and the dude that was interviewing him clowned him.
Oh, funny Marco.
He said, why you always rapping off beat? And Blueface said,
yo, funny Marco had me dying because he was like, name 3 Blueface songs, or I'm walking out of the interview. So Marco was like, Bust Down Tatiana. He was like, Bust Down Tatiana remix with Cardi B. And he was like, name something that's not that. And he just sat there like,
he said, don't ruin your interview. Clowned his ass. That shit was so funny. Whew. All right. Next topic.
Well, I'm praying for them. I pray for them. I pray for the baby. That baby ain't had no good sleep since he left the ball sack. Okay, that she been partying with the baby. The baby came out with cameras in his face. It's bad enough that we got to reincarnate into these bright ass lights, and then you got the camera in the baby face. I know that baby's just tired.
That baby's sick of everybody.
Like a 98-year-old black man that all his life he had to fight. Okay, that baby tired.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But much prayer to you. I'm not even down them, and I really do hope that things look better for her, and then she can have a story to tell and tell these young girls that you don't have to. You can make your own money. You don't have to deal with certain things. But we don't know. I don't know. It's not my business. I just want them out of I want them off my timeline. That's what I want. I'll give y'all a free gift in addition to who win. I will give y'all a free gift if y'all can tell me how to make them go off of my without me deleting the app. If y'all can do that, I got y'all. Okay.
We got 6 people so far. There's only 6 of y'all, so that make sure the Facebook is sharing your name, and make sure you put #Sunday somewhere in the chat, so that you can get entered into this one. All right, Priestess Ola Ia, what you got?
Andre 3000's new album. I love it, honestly. I listen to it on repeat. I think it's beautiful. And I think that some people are not really understanding the frequencies and their purpose for this album.
Let's go. Yes.
What do y'all think? I think it's a beautiful bring to center, sit your ass down type of album.
It really is. And did you notice the titles of the songs? Dope, right? He did an interview and he said he didn't have anything to say in his late 40s, so he just wanted to do something different.
I like that. I like that, especially with this music industry. If you ain't selling ass, pussy, big booty bitches, then you don't get, sorry if y'all take this off, okay? You don't get played. So I will say this. I've listened to the first 2 songs, and then I said, "Oh, this is a song to get high and meditate off of." Like, okay. And then I never circle back. Okay, so I am not one of those people that is noticing the frequencies. Okay, it's good, but I wasn't really intrigued with it. But also too, I'm not on that frequency. I'm just, you hear train tracks and gunshots in the front. Like this, it's very hard to like really do it. But I admire what he do. I think he's a great artist. I think that he really thought outside of the box. He really did what was passion for him instead of what is mainstream media. And because I think he took that approach, people really appreciate it. I appreciate it. I honestly, I want to listen to. The flute was good. I used to play the flute in elementary school. Okay, I was fluting it up. And so I like Andre 3000. I think he's really authentic in a space that there's a lot of inauthentic people, a lot of fake and phony people. So more kudos to him. I'm gonna circle the block and listen again, and I really give my review. But I remember like listening, like there's no, like 2 minutes in, I was like, there's no words. Where are the words? This is a long intro. What is this?
I honestly think this album is meant to be a challenge for us, right? Like music is our life. We wake up listening to music, some of us, right? And go throughout our whole entire day listening to music, but the words that we consume matter. And so I think this album is meant to be a challenge for us to expand our horizons and our minds and our thoughts on music and how we go through life and how music truly affects us. Because if you literally just put the album on and just play it while you're at home, just listen to the album, you're going to find yourself doing different things. I literally cleaned up my whole fucking kitchen the first few songs because they're long, right? Like I go through and I clean and I do these things. But this time it was just a little bit different. I went through, I wiped down my cabinets. I went through, I did, like did the extra things that you do when you do a deep clean. But like now I'm like listening to this music and it just has me floating in this frequency to really get my space how I need it to be. So just listen to the album, just put it on, open yourself up. So if you need to take Priest Eva Funke, Ocean Bole's heart chakra tincture, do that. Drink some tea, put the album on, light an incense, puff on something if you need to, but absorb what he is putting out with this album. It is not anything to play with.
Y'all, let me just read you. I think it's the third song on the title of his third, the song on his, the third song on his album. The night in Hawaii when I turned into a panther and started making these low register purring tones that I couldn't control. Shit was wild. That's the title of the song. And they're all like that. Those are the lyrics. That's all the lyrics y'all need.
There's one, this is something like, because I'm not looking at it, it's something like pussy rolls off the tongue better than vagina or something like that. I was like, sir, you cannot keep playing. But I played that album while I was cooking Thanksgiving dinner. And when I tell y'all that food slaps, okay, my mama don't really be eating. She eats, you know what I'm saying? But she don't like eat. She don't go in like I do. And most of y'all done seen me eat, and I just be eating. Like I'm a whole garbage disposal over here. But anyway, my mama don't eat like me. And she actually ate a whole plate and got seconds of some stuff. And I said, oh, that means it was real good, because my mama done ate it. And my mama, she picky as hell. So I felt accomplished, and I would like to publicly thank Andre 3000 for an incredible album. I play that on Thursdays when we do our, like, that's our calm meditation day. I will play that album, mix in some Orisha music and maybe a couple other things so that it's, you know, chill. I played it in my office when I had one. I ain't got one no more. But I was playing it in the office on the big TV so that the vibrations were all up and through that baby, you know what I'm saying? And that's probably why where I am right now, because I've been listening to that damn album like that, and it done elevated some vibrations, and the ancestors said, okay, bet, got you, boom, and just threw a whole bunch of shit on me. But it's fine. It's fine. We love the album, and anybody who is, because there's some people that are so upset, like angry, so angry that he didn't release a rap album. They're like, what the fuck is this? Like, people wrote whole think pieces about how unappreciative he is for his fame, about how he's too famous now for his own good because he think he can just put out anything. What else did they say? All just types of crazy stuff. Talking about how weird he was, not realizing, hey, Andre's always been the weirder of the two, right? He always had the weird outfits, but he also has real bad social anxiety. And he talked about that in one of the interviews that he did, where like being a performer actually is very painful for him. Being up on stage and all that, he doesn't actually like that. And he doesn't actually like all the attention that he gets from fame, which is why niggas still like chills. Like, he is so reserved to the point to where he can literally go where he lives at in LA, he goes to the laundromat to do laundry. Like, he doesn't even, he lives in like a decent little house or whatever, but he goes to the laundromat to do laundry. He could go other places. He could have this big mansion. He just doesn't, that's not the life he wants to live for himself. And so anybody who's been paying attention to Andre knew that this was going to happen. And like, it was a whole thing at one point where, because he's been doing this for years, where he's just out and about while he's waiting on his laundry or doing whatever, and he's just playing the flute out in the streets. And so it became a game at some point, to where they were like trying, it's like find Andre. It's like almost like a Where's Waldo type situation, where people were just trying to find him throughout the city, and they would like take pictures of him playing his flute, and it was like some thing. And it kind of got irritating for him for a little while too, because he was really just trying to enjoy life. And people, no matter how chill he was trying to be, people were still going to make it seem like he needed to be like everybody else, and that's just not who he is. And when he said he couldn't do anything rap, he said he don't got nothing to rap about. He's like, what I'm going to rap about? Having a prostate exam? Like, I don't live that type of life to rap about that. And if I'm going to rap about something, I want it to be meaningful to me and to the culture, not just something to talk about. And so I wanted to make a rap album, but that's just not where I am.
I admire him for that, because he's always been able to just do what he feels, not giving a fuck about what anybody says. So I feel like because of who he is, he can come out with a purple kite and call it music for all I care. I'm going to love it.
That's right. Oya Petu said that if you need to listen to his rap albums, he already got some. They're classics. Go back and listen to them. I don't think that people should be like literally just ridiculing this man, like, and his fans especially. It's okay to be disappointed, but just be open to it. He's an artist, right? Like, you love him because of his artistry. Absorb it.
Listen, I ain't got time for these niggas. I really, really don't. Everybody always want to talk about how rappers don't evolve past talking about drugs, money, and sex and women and all this other stuff. And then here you have a very talented rapper that has given you against the norm lyrics all of these years, are also sudden surprised because he put out an album with no goddamn lyrics on it. Like, you can't make these niggas happy. Okay, so dude, he need to just continue to do him. I like the album. As soon as I put it on, my brain started tingling. So I don't have no problem with that. And he need to do what makes him happy, and his fan base will follow him. Like, ain't nobody got time for these niggas. Ain't never can't even get 16 bars together to sound like something, and all of a sudden they want to be fucking critics. Like, I can't. I really, it just boggles my brain how black people are. You want people to elevate, but then when they elevate, you don't support the elevation. It's like, pick a fucking struggle and stand on business. We need to retire that for 2023 too. I'm tired of that shit already. But it applies here.
That's facts, though. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Especially the part about elevation, because it's very much a crabs in a barrel type mentality. Because at what point do we grow up? Like, and it's cool to still like ratchet music. Like, I'ma still play Megan Thee Stallion, you know what I'm saying? But I'ma still play some Adina Howard when I feel like it. You know what I'm saying? I'ma still play some Lil Kim. You know what I'm
Adina
saying?
Howard, I forgot about her.
Child, she's man, she's
us
okay.
80s babies. Don't play.
So quick break on this. Adina Howard actually low-key started a knee challenge, because Adina Howard, you know, she's about, probably Priestess Nancy, she's about your age. She's not no 20-year-old, and she is still on tour, and she's on tour with them knees, child. And she was out there doing them things better than some of them little 20-year-olds can do them things. Okay, I be
Represent.
practicing.
Applying pressure,
I be
baby.
practicing, so I can still do them things a little bit. But like, she's really been out here recently. So it's like, you can still like the music that you like. You can still enjoy a little bit of ratchetness. If Tatiana is your shit, then like Tatiana, whatever, it's fine. But at some point, you have to expand your palette a little bit more. And anything that's not growing is dying. And so if you're not growing in some type of way to elevate, where you can at least appreciate what's going on with other people, even if it's not your thing, you can still appreciate them for their artistry and appreciate that they are elevating and growing and doing what makes them happy, and still being able to do it in a way and bring it to other people. Like the fact that Andre 3000 can release a Flu album, we can be having this conversation about it because we all liked it. For those of us that actually, you know, got a chance to listen to the whole thing multiple times. But like, we all like, that's a gift to be able to actually do something that you love so much that you are willing to go against the norm, and then have other people say, this was a good thing, thank you for doing this, I appreciate this, and love and enjoy it. That's a gift, and that's not really nothing to tear nobody down on. And people did it with Renaissance too, with Beyonce, not to the same degree, but it's different than normal Beyonce.
No, to the same degree. To the same degree. They hated they hated that fucking album when it came out. They hated it. And the only reason why they started getting on it is because it became TikTok famous. But when that album first came out, they was like, ew, what is this? Oh my God. Oh, she's done. She's done. She's done. And then 2 years later, now everybody paying $2,000 to go sit at the concert and flicking on TikTok so they could say they was there. They get on my fucking nerves. They get on my nerves. Humans as a whole get on my fucking nerves, okay? Because I loved that album. When I say I love that album, I love that album, but that's my music. You know what I'm saying? I come from house music. Like, Jersey is known for house music. So when the album came out, I loved it. You know what I'm saying? I'm into the community. So I know about the balls. I know about how it goes. So when I heard the album, I knew what the album was about before she even had to say anything, because I listened to the album. You get what I'm saying? And I didn't skip a few Beyonce albums, and I find myself part of the Beehive, but just some of the things I couldn't connect with. But I would never say that, oh, she's lost it and all this other stuff. Like, people are crazy. They are crazy. They can't be, they unhappy with their life, so they just gonna project their unhappiness on everybody else. Like, Andre, we love you. I love the album. The titles are wild. Did y'all read the titles on the track on the album?
Yeah, you kind of cut out when we were doing it, but we was talking about pussy rolls off the tongue better than the word
Better than vagina. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need no lyrics. Those are the lyrics. Read the title and then listen to the frequency.
The first one had me crying because it was literally what he thought about. He was like, I tried to give y'all a rap album, but this is just the way the wind blew. And I started laughing because I'm like, nobody's gonna get that double entendre. Like, these niggas ain't. They got the IQ of toasters. Like, literally, like, most of the country is on a reading comprehension of a 6th grade level. So you can't expect too much out of these niggas. But at least be happy for the man that he putting out music. I mean, at least do that. Be on code for that. Because he could have just gave y'all nothing. He could have stayed up in the fucking mountains and played his flute to the monks and been happy for the rest of his life. Okay?
Thanks.
And to go with, I have Oshun Kamibi's comment on the screen, because there were also a lot of people in these think pieces talking about how Andre 3000 is now the devil, because it was some of the songs are in a certain megahertz. I don't remember which one they said. And that's the devil because sound frequencies are the devil now as well. And they did the same thing about Beyonce, because if you actually went to the concert, you know that in Beyonce's concerts there's always little snippets in between, right? And it's always something that has a deeper meaning. It's never surface level. So when the concert first started, the very first thing after her sexy ass half naked picture was it said something about mind control. And if you watched the actual clips, like what she was showing on the screen, it wasn't about her trying to control people's minds at all. It was about how the masses are controlled by images that they see, for better or for worse, whether it has to be for commercial purposes of buying products or whatever. But the masses are so low vibrational that even tiny suggestions can completely alter their entire lives and how they think and how they go about things. And we're kind of experiencing that in like a spiritual situation too, because you have people to where everything is the devil. You have those people where everything is the devil. And then you have the other people where everything is just freedom, right? There's no rules and nothing else. And there's like these two opposing sides. And there's very few people in between that are like, both y'all are crazy. There are rules, but not these rules that y'all trying to come up with over here. There are universal laws and universal rules. So it's not a free-for-all. There's certain things that, the energy's just going to do what the energy does, and it's going to come back in a way that you give it regardless. But not like this. And it's absolutely wild to me. Oh, somebody put it in the comments. It's this one. 432 hertz.
And if they actually studied frequencies and megahertz, they would realize that that's the healing frequency. This is what I mean by niggas don't study. They get all of their stuff off of YouTube, and half of them quacks be fucking stupid. Like, for this to be the so-called age of information, we're in the age of Aquarius and information and all of this ascension and all of this stuff. These niggas is ascending to the 9th circle of hell. Fuck 7. They are going below the hell. We have to create a new hell for these niggas to go to, because the level of stupid is crazy. Like, everything got to be of the devil. Mind you, the devil never did nothing to nobody. He's just suggested. He didn't force you to do nothing. He suggested. Your dumb ass decided to do it, and now you have to pay the consequence. So if we're going to talk about the devil, make sure you talk about him right. Okay?
Ain't no such thing as a devil.
He didn't make y'all do nothing. The devil don't make you do nothing. He suggests you do it, and then your own guilt is what keeps you trapped. Let's be for real. Okay? I don't know what part of the Bible where it said the devil make you do shit. Okay? He don't make you do nothing. If anything, he's trapped in his own hell because he allowed his pride and ego and all that other stuff to get him kicked out of heaven. Let's just be for real.
And that's if you even believe in the devil, because in ATR there is no devil. But
I don't believe in the devil, but I believe in the concept of how your own guilt and fear and things of that nature will keep you stagnated and cornered and hexing yourself
That
through your
low
own
vibration
thoughts,
shit.
actions, and words. Yeah. I do believe in that part, but actual physical devil, no, we not doing that. Because once again, the devil don't do nothing. You do it to yourself.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's more of a mentality. I always say the devil is people's dark side, the part that they don't like to talk about, the part they like to hide from other people. It's that part where it'd be like, nah, smack that bitch. But it's not like an actual entity, you know what I'm saying? But we also have how in many times in spirituality, how we believe that people's consciousness creates gods. And like, if you ever watch the show American Gods, it's gods are created based on the consciousness of us, because we are creators. We are reflections of Olodumare. And so we have tiny little bits of his power, and we have the ability to create and manifest. And so we have created and manifested the devil. We have created and manifested Satan, to the point where we have given this entity who did not exist power enough to now exist. But he only exists as much as we give him power to. So when people say the devil made me do it, or that's the devil, they're giving power to an entity that really is only in existence because humans needed something to blame something on. They didn't want to take accountability for themselves. They needed something to blame their actions on, blame their thoughts on, blame their miscomings on. And now we have the devil for no reason.
Yeah, Ia said that. Ia said that men give God's power.
All right. Is that all of our topics? Did
How
anybody
many
have?
do we have on the giveaway now?
So we have 7. So I'm just gonna draw and see what happens. Let's see. Let me take this comment off the screen. So we've never done this, y'all. So if there's little technical weird things, forgive us. We're trying to see how it works.
Yeah, it's a lot of technical difficulties.
And there was no way to test this until we were live, so we're testing it. So let's do a draw right now.
Let's go.
And the winner is Angel Hatley on Facebook. Let me see. So it's not gonna let me. I don't think it's gonna let me show it. Hold on, wait. Let me see if I can share my screen.
See, it was supposed to show up on the screen.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
It's okay. We're gonna get it right.
I'm sorry. It's not letting me share it. Hold on. Oh, present. Let me present. Here we go. Share screen. We're gonna learn. We're gonna get it together, y'all. I swear.
Y'all are gonna get some
this
really.
This is only episode 1.
Y'all are gonna get some
there we go.
handcrafted gifts.
It's taking a second. So now we know for the next one. There we go. There's the winner.
Oh, that's cool.
Congratulations, Angel Hatley.
Congratulations, Angel.
All right.
Oh, this is so cool. I like this. Okay.
When we do the next one here in a little bit, I know what to do now.
Remember, Wendy Williams had hiccups too in the beginning. Okay.
Yes, she did.
It's only the beginning. Okay.
Okay. So my hashtag, because I'm next, right? Yes. My hashtag is going to be, because it is Ose Obatala, And y'all know how Obatala just be staying on my neck. So we are going to do hashtag Obatala. That is
Junior.
OBATALA. So
That's
let
right,
me.
Omojole. That's right.
What you say, Omojole? I was
You
talking.
gotta
I
put the
didn't.
junior in there.
Oh,
Obatala Junior.
yes, that's what Priestess Anansi calls me, Obatala Jr. So let me set it up real quick so that we can get a new hashtag, and I'll let y'all know when to start. Give me just a second. Sorry, the computer is computering. Technology is technologying. All right, come on. One more letter. There we go. All right. So hashtag Obatala. OBATALA. Hashtag Obatala. There's already 5 entries. Great job, y'all. Good job, good job, good job. Okay. So, our next segment, now that we talked about hot topics, is relationship reflections and strange love. So, for this particular section, y'all, we need y'all to email us. I think we have a couple. Priestess Anansi, did you find something interesting?
It's not too interesting. It's a little lame, but it'll get us started. I have
Okay.
a super long one and a really short one. I'm gonna keep this one medium. So, but
Okay.
yeah.
So we need you guys to email us at priestessteatime@gmail.com with any peculiar things. It could be about sex, relationships, whatever. But we need it to be crazy. Everybody got a couple crazy stories, right? And so we need your crazy stories so that we can add this to them, because the crazier the better.
Give
So
us the tea.
yes, give us the tea on your crazy relationship, because everybody has had some type of fuckery and foolishness in a relationship at some point. So
It will be anonymous.
third,
It'll be
no
anonymous.
judgment. We are going to do it anonymously, so no one will know that it is you. Now the person may know if they end up watching it, but that's not our business. You know what I'm saying? But we will, give us the story, give us the tea on weird stuff. It can be old tea. Yes, it can be old tea. It could be all types of stuff. I know some people who've been swingers. And so I know these people personally, like in my real life. And so I know they got some tea. You know what I'm saying? I am in a place where the LGBTQ plus community is like a big deal. Like our Pride Parade is like a big deal here, and I know some I've heard just in passing interesting stories from people that I know in real life. So I know the masses have a lot of crazy stuff. So please. Oh wait. Okay, so Oshun can maybe a little bit back. Oshun maybe says, y'all Tamar man just made a shade room post about protecting his queen. Obatala keep them covered. Obatala ain't worried about them. That's Eshu all the way. Eshu is all up and through there. Anyway, so yeah, make sure that you email us. Again, that is priestessteatime@gmail.com. And on our next episode, we will discuss this. Priestess Olaia, when is our next one? It's in January, right? You can look it up. Wow,
Yes.
Priestess.
So the next episode is going to be January 7th. Sunday, January 7th will be our next episode of Priestess Tea Time. So make sure you tune in and get us those juicy stories. I know y'all got some juicy stories. Don't play with it, okay?
Listen.
Send in the stories. Even if it's not your story, but you know the tea because you messy like that. Let us help you get it out. Let us help you.
Listen. I'm just my anyway. Priestess Anansi, what you got for us?
My brother just texted me and said, I got some stories. Laugh out loud. Send them. Brother of the night. Okay. So, y'all, this one we couldn't find anything juicy. I couldn't find anything juicy. So this is just a random question that someone wanted me to ask. This is from a guy, and I'm going to read it here. It's a little lengthy, so, and it's, we can just build off of that. I have a complicated relationship with one of my friends. We are in that friend slash crush area of the relationship. It's been 2 years since we met, and since then there hasn't been a day that we haven't talked to each other. We would have 3 to 4 hour long conversations over text every day. In a sense, she is my closest friend. In the beginning stages, she did hint some interest towards me. But later on, literally the next text she sent, shut it down by saying, "I'm not interested in anything romantical right now." This put me in a very awkward situation as I didn't know with confidence if she really liked me. Things remained the same for nearly 2 years, which brings me to today. It seems to me that we only talk when I initiate a conversation, and to test this out, I stopped texting her last week. To no surprise, she hasn't texted. Now I feel like I was just some annoying dude who talked to her every day and she was just humoring me. I feel as though she couldn't care less if I talked to her or not, even as friends. I've decided to stop initiating the conversations and slowly remove myself from her life. I want to give myself some time to forget about her and, above all, the habit of speaking to her, since talking to her every day for the last 2 years has become somewhat of a routine, and I constantly find myself checking if she texts or not. I know this sounds somewhat pathetic, but to me, she was my best friend, someone I shared all of my life secrets with and put my trust in. Nevertheless, I believe it is the best thing for me to cut her off of my life. Is this the right decision?
First of all, he can't cut anything out. She cut him out. What is he at? She cut you out. Okay.
She was done a long time
She
ago.
was done. And I think she probably had a lot of red flags. And I noticed, even like in my friendships sometimes, and this is how a lot of my friendships end. I would always be the one reaching out and things of that sort. And when I stopped texting people, I ain't talked to a girl in 5 years, and I just happened to see her at my daughter recital. She was like, "Let me get your number." She was like, "My number's the same." I ain't got your number. I deleted you. Okay. So, sometimes you could, and a lot of times in, I don't want to say relationships, but when you're getting to know people in these early stages, like they're going to tell you what it is. They're by their actions. If you're always the one reaching out, if you're always the one initiating conversations, if this person is confused, this person confused because she probably got a nigga on the side too. And
She
so
probably passed so many hints. He's probably just never got the damn hint.
the ending of his email just let me know that this man's head is just floating in the wind. Should I cut her off? Babe, she cut you off already, Zaddy. She done. She's done.
Zaddy?
He's done. He seemed like the type of person that would just send her money and stuff too. He seemed like he's a
And
pushover.
that's
Or
probably
whatever.
why his feelings hurt. She probably pocket checked him.
He left that. They're gonna leave that part out. They're gonna leave that part out. That one seem like a simp. But I think that he should just continue to move on, continue to follow her lead, and not communicate, and go on to the next victim, to the next person.
That was nice. So to you, walk away, let it go. She was done with you a long time ago. Don't send no more money either.
Once people show you who they are, believe them. Mother Maya Angelou.
But I also think that if take this L and keep pushing. Sometimes I it's a lesson in everything. I feel like every relationship that you have, it can be a reflection of how you are as a person, right? So hopefully this person has got the insight and the clarity and the elevated thinking to be like, damn, I'm a pushover motherfucker and I need to do better. Maybe he needs to practice a little bit more self-love. So hopefully there's a lesson that was learned there as far as what he should allow and shouldn't allow in a relationship, whether it's friendship, platonic, sexual, anything. And so hopefully with the next person he decides to talk to, give energy to, he can see the signs, he can know his worth to be like, I shouldn't be the only one, reaching out, giving money. Cause I know you get that girl money. Y'all ain't text for 2 years, ain't get money. And so hopefully he will practice better discernment and better self-love. Move on. Move on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I just wonder what her, like, I think it was Omiyemi said that she's in a relationship. I just wonder, like, what her actual feelings were throughout this entire situation. Was it genuinely just somebody talks to you? Was she bored? Because the way that motherfuckers entertain somebody just because they bored is crazy. Like, it happens way too often
Ooh,
on both
child.
sides.
Ooh, child. Ooh,
On both
child.
sides. Like, you got a whole relationship and one day you were just like, I'm bored. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna flirt with somebody. Nigga, what?
Yeah.
I'm
Instead of
just gonna
getting your own
entertain
life.
a
And
whole
instead
person.
of picking up a fucking book and reading
Right.
something, taking up a goddamn hobby, you want to string
Or
somebody
text
along
the
for your
person
own
that you
ego.
with. Text
Some
the
people
person
are
that you
just
with.
emotionally codependent, like on that shit. And that sounds like what his problem is. He was emotionally dependent upon that.
And it's crazy because if you're bored, why don't you just text the person you're with? And if you can't text the person you're with, why are you with them? Like, if you can't fill your boredom with a hobby that ain't a phallus or a coochie, or just, like, general entertainment, like the person that you're with, the person you're in a relationship with, sometimes the person you're in a marriage with, if you can't go to that person and fill up your boredom watching TV, whatever, and you have to go and invest time in building a whole relationship with somebody, whether it be just through texting or whatever, like, baby, seek help, do some shadow work. What the fuck is wrong with you? Because that's not what bored people do. When I get bored, you know what I do? Take a nap. I take a nap.
Child,
I
I got a
He's
million
bored.
things I could do.
He's
I
I
am
got
bored.
a
not
He's
gonna
million
do
things
tired.
that.
I could do. But if I don't feel like doing shit, you know what I'm gonna do? Take a nap.
I get tired of my
You know what
damn
I'm gonna
phone.
do?
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
gonna
get
do
some
that.
money. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get some money. I'm not gonna waste my time. I'm gonna get to the bag, not a bag, the bag. I'm gonna get some money. I'm not gonna waste my time because I really don't believe in boredom. There's always something to do. Is whether you choose to get your ass and do something. If you sit in there and your house is a mess, you should not be feeling bored. You should be getting your ass up and cleaning your house. If you sit in there and you got some albums you could probably dust or go through, you should be doing that. You know what like there's just
Take your shoes off and go sit in the sun. Like,
thank
really.
you. Do some
Listen,
grounding. Do some grounding.
I
Okay.
got too many motherfucking kids to be bored.
That part. And I don't have no kids, but I got a business. I got a nonprofit. I have a brother. You know what I'm saying? I got a community that I care for and love. So there's never a moment for me to be like, I'm bored. If I'm laying down, it's because I'm resting. And that is a requirement,
Put
right?
on Andre 3000's damn album and keep it moving.
And yeah, and meditate and heal that part of you that needs to feel outside validation and depend on somebody else
Yeah.
feeling the same, like you're projecting your feelings onto somebody else. Like, people are not going to love you the way that you love them. They're going to deal with you in their own way. Like, that's why it's called getting to know people, so you know how they show love and show up. Like, you just, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I
Yeah.
ain't no way in the hell I'm gonna be forcing a conversation with motherfuckers for 2 goddamn years. Like, listen, I would have done cussed their ass out after month one. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. I am not going to be carrying the conversation all day. Like, I got kids, I got a job, I got a business, I got my spiritual work, I got my community, I got too much shit going on for me to take time out of my day to recognize you, and then you don't reciprocate that energy. You getting cussed the fuck out. You getting cussed out. You getting cussed out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It don't take nothing. It don't take nothing but a minute to text somebody back. It don't take no more than 5 minutes to give a call. If you're not worth that to that person, move the fuck on. It shouldn't have took you 2 years to get that. And then baby, bye.
This is what it is. It is.
Priestess Anansi, what's the short one?
Baby, that was the short one.
Oh shit.
Y'all ready for
Okay.
the next one? Is quite the thing. I haven't even read it, so I don't know what I don't know what's going to happen. What's the count on the giveaway?
We got 9 on this one. We must have
Okay, okay.
turned in. So make sure you're putting hashtag Obatala, OBATALA, in the chat. Go ahead, Priestess. Go ahead and blow our minds with whatever foolishness this is.
All right, bear with me. I am / was in a friend group of 6 people. Unexpectedly, a member of the group left our shared group chat and unfollowed me on all social media. I am the least closest to this member for reasons I will disclose later on. I reached out to a member in our group and asked if I had done anything to hurt or harm this individual, offered to apologize, and wanted to make sure they were okay. Here is the context. The individual I am least closest to does not have a good relationship with my current boyfriend. Approximately 2 years ago, they were in a toxic relationship. From what I know from my boyfriend, it was toxic on both sides. I have talked to my boyfriend about this period, and he fully agrees that he did not he what he did was wrong. I too was friends with him during this period, and I believe he has grown a lot since this has happened. I have never tried to defend my boyfriend's actions to my friend. This served as a breaking point for this friend of mine, and they no longer feel comfortable around my boyfriend. My presence reminds them of my boyfriend, and the friend relaying this information to me also mentioned that I had said something recently that had affected them. I had no idea what this is. I have never personally attacked them within our friend group, and I generally just try and suck up to them because I don't want them to feel uncomfortable around me. This is why they left our group chat and unfollowed me from all social media. I offered to leave our group chat to make this individual feel more comfortable. I said I would just talk to my friends in person rather than online as a bridge. My other friend in this group told me this was not necessary and that it would be okay. However, today I saw the rest of my friend group without the individual who is avoiding me, while with my boyfriend, and they all ignored me. They walked past me and did not wave or say hello, and they would actually as they would usually do. My boyfriend tried comforting me by saying it was only because he was there. Here is my dilemma. I love my boyfriend. He is my closest friend, and I have known him longer than any of my friends in this group. I'm closer to him than any of these friends as well. To prevent this individual from feeling discomfort, I do not talk about my relationship with my boyfriend, so my friends are unaware of how important he is to me. With that being said, I feel like I might be forced to choose between my friends and my boyfriend. I want to choose my boyfriend, but I'm worried that I'm doing the wrong thing. If I choose my friends, I lose the person that I am closest with, but I keep my extended circle. If I choose my boyfriend, I lose my friends. I don't want to hurt anyone in this scenario. I just want everyone to be happy and stay kind to one another. One night she No, that's a different one. So that's the end. I was about to go into a whole nother story, but this is the end. So what should this person do? Keep the
Nigga say
boyfriend?
what now?
Repeat it?
No. It sounds like homegirl went and hooked up with her friend ex-man. That's what it sounds like. That's the long roundabout to this shit.
Yeah, she kind of like breezed over that real quick, didn't she?
Yeah, of course she did. Of course, because she ain't want to say that she was the friend in the background, probably feeding this nigga information for them to break up so she could slide her ass in there. This is the reason why they say men and women can't be friends. Because y'all niggas don't really want to be friends. What y'all want to be is they boo, so you sit in the back like a secret fucking hater until you could slide your ass on in there. And homegirl put two and two together and decided to block your monkey ass. And then after she blocked you, she talked about you like a dog to the rest of the friend group. So now they know you ain't shit and can't be trusted around they niggas. So you ain't got nobody but that man. So stay with that man. That's the side you chose when you chose to get up under him. Fuck you talking about. Supposed to be bros over hoes.
It was the fuck you talking about.
She just tried to glaze over that
breeze
shit.
over
Talk about
that.
saying, yeah, I was a friend with him too during this time. What?
Like she really
So how long you knew this girl?
She tried to just like
Oh,
right
right
over
over
that
it.
part.
Just try to go right over it. Yeah, no. Rewind that back You said you was a friend to him while he was in a relationship with her. And you probably met her through him, got close to her, started feeding him bullshit in the background for them to break up, and then slid your ass in there and ain't tell nobody you was fucking with him until old girl put two and two together. Because that's why you was like, oh, they don't know how much he means to me. No, they don't know that that's your nigga now and not your friend. I don't know why motherfuckers think people stupid.
Mommy, I did it.
I don't think she has an option. She ain't got no friends. She ain't got no.
That's because she wasn't their friend to begin with.
And exactly, and I don't rock with people like that either. So, what is she asking? What is the question that she asking? Because it seems like she don't. There's no option but to just continue on with your boo.
That's what she's asking. Should she drop her boyfriend and stick with her friends who have
Your friends
already
ain't sticking
canceled
with
her
you.
ass,
Your friends
or
ain't
stay with the
sticking with you.
boyfriend? Yep.
And if they do, they stupid as fuck.
They not your friends. They done already moved on.
Hello?
Once they saw you with that nigga, they knew what was. They saw your motherfucking ass. As soon as they came to the store, they said, oh no, ain't this bitch right here with this nigga? Oh, see? I'm telling you, once the old girlfriend put two and two together, she started talking about your ass like a dog. Then they saw you with that nigga and it confirmed everything that they said. So now they not fucking with you. They not your friends because you was never their friend. Period. I bet you ain't tell them girls that you was fucking with that boy. I bet you. And I will pull my motherfucking cards out to confirm it, but it ain't even that deep. You done told on yourself.
Weird bitch energy.
I hate bitches like this, yo. That shit just brought up a lot of trauma from my childhood. Cause I got a friend of me like that. I got a bitch that was claimed she want to be my friend, and then be trying to used to try to hook me up with niggas that she wanted to fuck, and then tried to fuck them while we was together. To try to say, oh, that nigga ain't shit. No, bitch, you're not shit. You're not shit. You get your validation off of fucking with other people niggas after you done already introduced your so-called friend to that nigga. Like, you're not shit. I hate bitches like you. You ain't never gonna have a friend. You might as well hold on to that nigga because that's all you got.
That part. I had a friend like that too when I was in high school. Like, have him. Let him run through you. Why don't you?
Oh, pick me ass. He picked you, didn't he?
And we've already established.
I think Ola Dumare, I ain't never had no female friends like that. Okay, or no friends like that. Oh, because Spirit I like to beat bitches' asses and shit. So I be both y'all. It'd be a 2-for-1 knuckle sandwiches, okay? Listen. And then I just leave all y'all. Like,
We've already established that niggas will fuck a chicken, they will fuck a bareback, silverback gorilla. They will anything. They don't care.
They'll even fuck a
shoe. Niggas will stick their dicks in glory holes. You know what a glory hole is? They don't even know what the fuck is on the other side. All they know is stick your dick in and get a nut. So if a nigga will stick his dick in a glory hole.
So I just have to say this really quick because you talked about a glory hole. In Portland, they have the naked bike ride. I don't know. There's a couple cities and states all over the country who do this annually. Everybody will get together and do a naked bike ride. I went to a naked bike ride last year, but we were celebrating my friend's birthday. So it wasn't like we were there for the naked bike ride. But what? These people come and post a glory hole in the middle of the park? Like literally, and there were men just lined up. I'm just like, I was devastated. I just didn't know what to think. I thought glory holes were like in dark alleys and like, in Jack Shacks and shit. Like, I didn't know you could come out in the park and set up shop at the park. Like, what the fuck? I didn't know that men got down like that. Like, I know,
Mhm.
I didn't know, you know.
That's why niggas always want to go to all of these Spanish and Latin countries because that shit is prominent over there.
What they call them? Passport bros.
That's why they want to go over there because them shits is prominent. They
Mm.
don't even realize that those be fucking trannies with really
Wow.
good bodies done. Like they bodies be done up, but they really be men. What they call them in Thailand, lady men.
I don't know. The whole glory hole thing is it's very unsanitary, and I need them to get their life.
They
Get
don't care. All they know is dick go in, sperm come out.
that is nasty. They need help.
Listen, I'm so glad. So I didn't know how crazy this is going to get. And so I'm glad I picked Obatala as a hashtag because these people really lack wisdom. Like, dude lacked wisdom because he was just, that is, I don't like using this word, but that dude is what people call a simp. That is the definition of what a simp is. And this girl is just plumb dumb and full of, yeah, because clearly that's all she was worried about. She wasn't worried about her friends. She wasn't worried about nothing else. She was worried about getting her some toxic phallus because we all know how toxic phallus works. And that's all she was thinking about. Okay.
And her friends ain't fucking with her because she got a real character flaw. I can't trust you. We can't trust you. They probably talked about her as a group. They said, girl, when you see her, when you see this girl out, just act like you don't see her, okay? They be like, Ghost? Who is that?
You can't trust this bitch around your man.
Hello? And I'm not friends with people who got character flaws. Like, we all got flaws, but like that cheating, lying, stealing shit, I'm not even friends with killers.
Oh,
Even
I'm
if
definitely
it's
friends with
friends.
killers. I'm from the hood. That's all that's around here. But
Well, I'm
um, that shit right there, yeah, no, no.
All right. So Chanel living my best life.
Woo!
Ain't going back and
Congratulations.
forth with you niggas. I'm living my best life.
Hey, hey.
Chanel living my best life. You will get something from me. Make sure I know you're in the Facebook group. Make sure you reach out to me so that I can get your address so that I can send you something. And Angel Hatley, if you're still watching, I think you are because I saw your name up here. Um, Make sure you reach out to Priestess Omoshule so that she can get you um, whatever it is that she is going to be sending you. Priestess Olaia, um, what would you like? My screen is loading, but what would you like your hashtag to be?
My hashtag is going to be mermaids.
All right. Hashtag mermaids is official. MERMAIDS. Hashtag mermaids. Put that in the chat so that you can be entered to win something from Priestess Olaia's store, shop, botanica, boutique. Um,
Omeo.
oh me, oh. So we're moving on to the next segment, which is spiritual lesson and or finding for the week, we'll say. Um, Priestess Almost Jule, I'll let you go first.
Okay, so my spiritual lesson finding for this week. All right, let me try to shorten this story up as much as possible. Okay, so long story short, my daughter had a grown ass man, and those who know my daughter know that she not even a teenager yet. Had a grown ass man put his phone to her and said, "Let me get your number." Right? Okay. So, my first initial reaction was like, oh, I want to fuck this motherfucker up. I don't know who he is and stuff, right? So, I processed with my daughter. She did everything correct. She told him no. She moved seats, I told her next time what she should do, X, Y, and Z. And I was just really just baffled. Like, I can't believe a grown man would come to a child and ask a child for her number. What possibly can an 11-year-old talk to a grown ass man about? To this day, I don't even know. And so, my first initial reaction, my first thought to say to her was, oh, I wish you would have called me so I could have, cursed him out. But then I knew that wouldn't have been good for her because anything could have happened because she's riding the bus by herself. And so me being very just stuck on, I can't believe this motherfucker did this. I can't believe a grown man will come to my daughter and ask her for a number. And I was so stuck on just the egregious acts of these nasty ass men that spirit had to sit me down and say to me, my ancestors, they told me, they was like, she's fine. We were there. You cannot control people's actions. You can't control people's actions. People are going to do what they want to do, but just know that we were there and we protected her and we told her what to say. And so me as a control person, I'm a control freak. It was very comforting to me to know that even when I'm not even there, and I know this, I know it's just confirmation that spirit showed up for my daughter and kept her protected and allowed her, and my daughter was a vessel for spirit, or my spirit used my daughter to say, no, I don't give my number out to strangers, and to move. And so instead of me thinking about the bad things, I was able to really give honor and thanks to my ancestors, not just my ancestors, but the spirits that walk with my daughter, because it was just confirmation that I am doing right. Fuck niggas are always gonna fuck niggas. They gonna do stupid shit. Pedophiles are always gonna try to get the youngest child or try to get the easiest child. But it just showed me that just how spirit ain't playing with me, spirit ain't playing with my child. And it was just a confirmation to pray with me, not play with me. So that was my spiritual founding for the week. Big up to the ancestors, because the ancestors don't play.
People crazy. Anyway, so my spiritual finding for the week, I can't say too much about it because it's still like a developing situation. However, I will say that the lesson that I learned, especially through divination, I had to do a divination yesterday about it, and I shared it with my godmother. And it's that people will hate you for no reason, and there's nothing you can do about it. They will put negative energy out on you for no reason, and there's nothing you can do about it. The best thing that you can do is to do your protection work at all times. Keep yourself fortified. I had to redo some protection work yesterday because I noticed where there was a break in my protection work, and so I basically just redid the whole thing, so that it can be refortified and to do what I was supposed to do. My divination said, do what you're supposed to do. You know what it is you're supposed to be doing. Do that. Don't be concerned. A lion does not concern with the opinions of sheep. Okay. And I got big Leo energy over here. Okay. And so I cannot be concerned with, which I wasn't to begin with what people got going on to why they dislike me. Because if you know me, there's really no reason to dislike me because I'm a fucking delight. Okay. I'm great. I'm a whole clown over here. Like, sometimes I'm a little stern, but if I'm a little stern, it's because you done fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm never just like mean to nobody for no reason. I don't have like weird intentions for people. Even I know how to dislike somebody or not fuck with somebody and not let it take over my day or my life. I can be like, I don't fuck with you, but I'll still be kind and cordial. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no reason to go back and start talking about people. And like, if I told y'all who this person was, you'd be like, wow, I didn't even know you didn't like this person. Or I didn't know that was going on, because it's not nothing really to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to let the perception of me from others, I'm not going to give it any energy because it's not real. And so if I give that perception any type of energy, it creates a realness for that person and possibly others. And so I just don't even do it. Like, oh, that's cute. That's what you think. That's cute. I'm gonna go mind my business over here somewhere else and not even give you the time of day. And when I say I wasn't even thinking about this person, y'all, I do not be thinking about this person. And they had audacity to bother somebody about me in the middle of the night, saying that I was doing all types of stuff to them. Like, child, I don't be thinking about you. You know what I was doing at that time? Sleep. I was sleeping or cooking. But at that specific time, I was sleeping. I was not thinking about you, child. And I don't be thinking about you. And I'm gonna continue to not think about you because you don't have any real value or purpose in my life. You are a character in a very large stage show. You are a stagehand. You're not even a character, baby. You're a stagehand.
They
You
are
go.
roadie.
You are the janitor afterwards, where you just go sweeping
The
up stuff, looking for shit.
Not
You
the
are
extra.
not a character. Okay. So that was my spiritual lesson: is let dumb people be dumb people and go mind your business somewhere and get to that money.
Facts. So my spiritual lesson or finding this week. So I for a while, many years ago, many years ago, I was really having a difficult time with prayer. And just because of some things that had gone on for me in my life, our spiritual journey takes us many places. Um, so what I found this week, I tested this out. I've already been instructed to do this, and I do it sometimes, but just not as consistently as I should. And so now I know why I need to do it. But stating my prayers out loud every day for like the last week and 2 days now, since last Friday. I literally have just been stating every single prayer out loud in the comfort of my healing space, my home. And I have just, things happen instantly. It was instant. Morning prayer, by the nighttime, it was done. For me, that was everything that I needed. Maybe I didn't want it, but I needed it. And my spiritual finding really is just, it's a personal one, but it's be comfortable with, you know, verbally saying these things, like say them, the things that you literally are asking. Because we do this, we curse ourselves, we manifest the things that we actually don't want because we say these things, right? Like we speak a lot of fuckery into existence. And so instead of speaking fuckery into existence, speak your prayers into existence, right? Like, so say your prayers out loud, say the things that you are after, that you want, that you desire, say those things out loud, but say them in prayer so that they have a purpose and a meaning. That was my spiritual finding for this week. Is I've held on to a lot of the fuckery shit and not said a lot of that because I'm past manifesting curses in my life and allowing the words and thoughts of others to manifest in my life by repeating it. So move away from that and try doing all of your prayers out loud and see how fast things change for you.
I'm sorry. Can I just echo Ia for a second? Word, sound, power. When you say your prayer, Ia always says, when you say your prayers, you should say it out loud because word, sound, power. That is how your prayers are, coming to manifestation. So just for those who are praying in their head, word, sound, power, it will make a difference, as my egg babe, Priestess Ola Ia, said.
And I would like to echo that as well, because I literally, in my divination yesterday, it said, say your prayers loudly. Spirits are hard of hearing. And if you know, because this is Osei Obatala, if you know anything about Obatala, you got to beg him. Obatala ain't just coming. You have to beg Obatala in order for
Baby,
to move for
be
you.
on them
So,
hands and knees,
crying.
laying in prostration.
Listen, crying
Okay?
at your wits' end at this
Okay?
point. The first time I ever had an encounter with Obatala, it was before I knew what the fuck an Obatala was. And I was literally crying. I was like having an emotional breakdown in front of my altar. This is way before I joined the coven. This was literally years before I joined the coven. And so, child, just say your prayers out loud, put a name to it. Make sure you are talking to a specific entity. Say, my Igungun. Say, Obatala. Say, the benevolent spirits around me. Say who it is you're directing these spirits to, because there's a lot of wayward spirits around. And so if they pick up and you haven't addressed it properly, they gon' they're gonna take that shit and run with it. And so make sure you are very intentional with the way that you speak. Also, make sure that you say with no harm to others in your prayers. That way it kind of cuts out some of the foolishness, because again, some of these wayward spirits, and even sometimes your spirits, they be like, oh, we with the shits, and then they go. And they really don't care about nobody else, because they're invested in you, and they will wreak havoc in someone's life that may be too far and maybe too much more than what you thought that they was gonna do. Okay, so
That sounds personal.
it does. But just make sure that you know you are covering your prayers and saying them out loud, but being very intentional with your words, because the word sound power is so strong that you can literally manifest things. And you can manifest negative things for yourself by talking negatively about yourself as well, even in prayers. And so make sure, even when you're doing that R in the PRAY method, make sure that you are doing it in a way that is not going to keep you in that space and in that dysfunction that you have. Do it in a way that moves past it and elevates it.
Oh, what's on me? Oh, baby. You know what I learned this week? My ancestors is petty as fuck. When they say something, they mean it, and I keep getting reminded of it. They told me this months ago, and I ain't been listening. I've been trying to move around. That's why I shared that post in the group about how you get all of uh this not resistance. You get a lot of resistance from not listening to your ancestors, because they told me to do something months ago, and I've been skirting around the issue because I've been in fear of being in lack, and they've been putting my motherfucking ass in lack anyway, because I won't do what I was told to do. So my spiritual lesson that I learned this week is, they said what they said when they said it, because they said it. And don't ask a question you don't want the answer to. And it's better to not know and not do than to know and not do. Because, baby, my ancestors is petty. They gonna make sure I ain't got no job. They gonna make sure I ain't got no job. They gonna make sure I ain't got no job, baby. And I just been skirting around the issue. But come 2024, we gonna be making efforts uh to get up out of working for other people, because they not playing. They not playing. They throwing every obstacle in my face that they can, and they know. Like and the last part they did, and you want to know how they always get my breaking point, because it's about my kids. They know I'll take a lot of shit until it comes to my kids, and then once it comes to my kids, I ain't taking no shit no more. That's it. It's over. Like I don't give a fuck at that point, because now you messing with my kids. So now that's what is starting to happen. It's situations where it's causing me to choose between my children and my job. And they already know I'm gonna choose my children every time. So yeah, it's time to go. It's time to go. Cause they say what they said months ago. Like it's been almost a year that I've been being disobedient, and they've been whooping my ass this whole year. I be beating down on my head, boy. They've been whooping my ass all year because they said what they said when they said it last time, and they gave me a timeline, and I've been stretching that timeline, and like literally, it is crazy. They not playing, and the original timeline that they gave me has been the timeline going forward. Like they told me 3 months, and every 3 months something happens. Like literally, I'm coming up on my 90 days on Tuesday. I ain't been in that job but 90 days. And they said, no, no, this ain't it. This not it. This not what we told you. It's close to what we told you, but it's not what we told you. So here you go. So yeah, no, that's my spiritual finding and lesson for the week. Stop playing. Stop. Don't ask questions you don't want answers to. And once you get the answer, it is obedience over sacrifice, because that sacrifice might put you over the edge. Like they know I'm strong. You know what I'm saying? I have very strong ancestors. I come from a very strong line on both sides of my family. So they know I can take it. But you might not be as strong, and your ancestors don't care. They don't care about your feelings being hurt. They will beat you down into the ground because they told you the first time and you ain't listen. It's like getting an ass whooping from your parents, except for you grown. And you can't fight them back because they bigger than you. What they say? No, I can't read it. I can't see it. What is that?
It's my hocus pocus coffee cup, and it says, "Dost thou comprehend?"
Yeah, did you understand the first time? Did you understand the first time? Did you hear what you heard? Because they said what they said when they said it, because they said it. I'm telling you, and they know they child. They know they child. They know me. They know I'm hard headed. So yeah, I've been getting my ass whooped. I've been getting my ass whooped these past couple months. But I'm making my exit. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I gotta go make a couple extra prayers, over the next week. A couple months. I gotta do some extra feed-ins and stuff. Cause they hided me. Cause they said what they said a year ago. I don't know. I, I'm dead serious. Like that's my finding. That I really just need to stop operating in fear and just do what they told me to do. The end. Listen, you needed to hear that, just like I needed to hear it. Yeah, yeah, I needed to hear it because when I saw that post, I immediately shared it because I was like, "Why are you so loud to me? Like, why are you yelling at me?" Listen. I gave somebody the same reading twice. I was like I told you before, ain't nothing changed from the last time I told you. I'm telling you, if you do not listen to the signs and the symbols that you have been given, if you don't take adherence, you will get your ass popped every single time because you are being told what to do and you are not doing it. And there's only so much they're going to take before the love turns into wrath. I don't know what to tell you. That's all I got.
And that's also, I got a little side of it. And that's also too, when you realize what spirit is telling you, sometimes it's hard for us to move our feet. So that's why one of my prayers I always ask is remove stagnation with action, remove fear and replace that with courage. Things to be able to, because spirit gonna move. Okay, if you know your deficits, might sounding like that. Oh, okay. If you know your deficits and things that you need help with in order to do what spirit is telling you, you can always pray for spirit to help you to get these things. So if you're fearful about your life path and what it is you're supposed to do, if you're fearful about your mission, ask spirit to give you courage. Ask spirit to be able to put movement, put action into your life, remove stagnation with movement, fear with courage, and whatever deficits that you have so that you can be obedient to spirit, because that's one thing. If you don't do what spirit tell you to do, you want to do it how spirit is not going to be very nice. because spirit got to motherfucking move your ass because there's shit that has to be done. So, when you are in a place where you're feeling like, you just don't know. And then even if you're confused about what spirit is telling you, ask spirit to give you clarity, remove that confusion and give you clarity. And watch how spirit will be able to move you. And what might have taken you 5 minutes to fucking do, you be like, okay, I got the courage. Let me bust it. I got 5 days. At 5 days compared to 5 months, So I would say spirit gonna give you the message, but challenge spirit to help you with movement as well. Help you to move into the steps that you need to take in order to accomplish whatever spirit is telling you to do. So that's my little bit. Sorry.
Go on ahead, Priestess Anansi. Last
Okay,
but not
so
least.
mine is more of a spiritual reminder than a story. I just want to say this. You can never know another person more than you know yourself. So, really get to know yourself. Check on your soul. Sit down in solitude somewhere and just really slow down. I don't know if you guys ever got up in one morning and just stumbled and everything you tried to do was a stumble. Nothing went right. The whole day was just gone to shits, right? That's indication that you need to sit down and just be in solitude and really think about your life and things and just meditate so that you can hear the messages. You can pray all day long out loud, but if you don't sit in solitude, you're not going to hear shit spirit is trying to tell you. You're going to miss all the messages from your ancestors. So before you try to change anybody, try to get to know anybody or think you know somebody else, first make sure you know yourself. Spend time with yourself and become yourself, your best friend. You cannot change anything without changing yourself. And we always say all is one reflections because it really starts with us. Like if we know ourselves and we know how we want people to show up in our lives and we know what we want to see, then we need to become that change. We need to be the person that we want to see. And that's all I have.
Amen. I share you, Bubble. Make sure you put hashtag mermaids in the chat. We're about to do the drawing and it reset. So I had 10 and I was only 6. So even if you did it already, do it again real quick. Put hashtag mermaids in the chat. And I know we're about 15 seconds behind as far as the lag time between what we say and what y'all hear. So hashtag mermaids. Put it in the chat real quick. I want to see a bunch of mermaids. Let's see all the mermaids. Hashtag mermaid.
Bring them out. Bring them out. Bring them out. Bring them out.
Spell it right.
It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth.
Spell it right, because I see somebody misspell mermaids. Don't do that. Hashtag.
MERMAIDS.
There we go. Okay, see, now we up to 12. See, I'm glad I said
Okay, hashtag mermaids. Bring them out.
That's more than we had last time. All right. So, hey, Queen Kima. I just saw you on here. I think this is the first time I saw you pop up in the chat. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. All right. So, hashtag mermaids. We had 12 on this one, boy. So, let's go on ahead and go and see who gonna get it. 13. We end up with 13. Somebody snuck in at the last minute. Who gonna get this one? Oh, Sean, come in!
Woo! Congratulations, darling.
Oh, Shun Kamebi is going to get something from Priestess Olaia. So I'm gonna go back to the other screen. Omojole, have you thought about what you want your wonderful little hashtag to be?
Yes, it's gonna be hashtag AML.
AML?
Yes.
And what does AML stand for?
It's a shortened version of my company name, which is A Mother's Love. That's the name of my apothecary. The entire name is A Mother's Love Beauty and Wellness Apothecary Incorporated. But ain't nobody got time to be saying all of that, so we just shortened it to A Mother's Love.
Okay, so hashtag AML is now active. So everyone put hashtag AML in the chat in order to get a chance to get something from Priestess Omojole. So, the next thing we're going to talk about is money, 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 money. That's a Tony Jones song, by the way. Money Worships Me.
Yes.
Go on ahead and look that up. It's Tony with an I, not with a Y. It's a female. Just Google it. Money Worships Me. It's a great song. So I'm going to plug Priestess Omisika for this. On Facebook, it is Katiana Kare. I should probably look that up so I can spell it for you. But
KATIANACARRE.
There we go. That is Priestess Omisika for the Orisha Hoodoo Institute, and she is the Minister of Wealth, I believe, is her official title. In
I thought it was Minister of Finance.
Minister of Wealth and Finance.
Okay.
We'll say it like that. How about that? Minister of Wealth and Finance. She literally does this. Like, this is her thing. Like, she does this. She is about that financial gains life. She spent Thanksgiving in a whole nother country.
I think she was in Antigua.
Yeah, she is never here. You hear me?
Never.
She is never here.
Yo, that passport is stamped, honey. Stamped.
She probably has another one. You hear me? Me and Katie. So for those of you who don't know, Katie is my business partner or one of like my best friends, and we talk in real life because we live in the same city together. And whenever it comes up with Priestess Omisika, she be like, man, she ain't never here. She always on a beach or doing something. She ain't never in a whack ass America. She always doing something. Always taking nice pictures. Always on vacation.
Listen.
And then because she is always gone. Do you hear me? She is like a butterfly. Beautiful to look at. She will inspire you while she is here, and then she is the fuck gone. Okay?
You blink and she gone.
And she will and be gone. You won't see her again until maybe some months later. You're like, is that the same butterfly? And she's never the same butterfly. She done evolved and then did some other shit by then. So Priestess Omisika is amazing. Her company is, I think it's Sewa, SAWA is the company name. It's a financial wellness company, and she's amazing. She has done meditations for us, guided meditations for the coven. She has actual like services that she provides. You got to pay her. You gonna have to run her money. But she will literally help you from beginning to end. She knows a lot about cryptocurrency, when to buy, when to sell. She has whole classes and workshops on literally everything possible that has to do with money and growing your money and making your money work for you, because she is in her 30s and she just really be out here living the best life that all of us be wanting to live, but because she's put herself in a situation to do that financially. And so I'm going to put it on the screen because somebody just shared it. And yeah, she has boot camps, all types of things. She has shadow work. She actually did one of the assignments for the coven where it was a shadow work, a money shadow work assignment that we had to do to really like figure out why some of us are in the financial situations that we were in. And it was just really an amazing thing. She's amazing. So Priestess Omojole has some herbs that she's going to talk to us about, to where you can use these in your working, you can use them in your food, however Spirit leads you to use them to help make some financial changes in your life.
Okay, so I actually have a video that refers to this, my top 5 money herbs, but I'm going to give you a few of them that I do like. My first one is rosemary. Let me tell y'all something. Rosemary can be used for everything involving money. It can help you manage money, protect money, um, ask money to come in, ask good fortune to come in, ask for pretty much anything. Rosemary is very multifunctional. Um, it is a go-to substitute herb when you don't have other herbs. If you have rosemary available, you could just speak your intentions into it. It's good for wishes, manifestation, and things of that nature. So that's why it's an all-around good herb for money. That's the top number one. Number two is allspice. Um, allspice is good for manifestation as well, but it's also uh, very good to use in conjunction with cinnamon. They are good working together. It actually helps speed up the workings of the manifestation. That's why cinnamon and allspice go together. Um, if y'all like pumpkin spice, which is not technically pumpkin, it's just the spices that they put in pumpkin, that'd be really good to speak intentions over because I believe it's nutmeg, cardamom, allspice, um, cinnamon, and some other funky herb they put in there. I don't know because I don't mess with pumpkin, but I do know that those are the same things that I like to put in my yams. So well, my sweet potatoes. So that's what I learned about that too. Um, but those are great herbs to use in conjunction together. They flow together. You have the sweet and the savory, which is the salty. So you definitely want to make sure that you are sweetening your situation with the cinnamon, but you're also making sure that you're getting the savory too, which is the salty, which is the things that help uh, create a better situation. Because that's what savory does. It helps make sweeter. I don't know why I'm not into don't. That's a whole chemistry lesson. I'm not. It just works. Anybody that knows cooking knows that if you add a little bit of salty to the sweet, it makes the sweet sweeter. It balances out somehow. I don't know. Must be the sodium. I don't know. Don't please. Another one that's really good is pineapple. A lot of people don't realize that pineapple is a good money herb. And I tell people all the time, if you look at a pineapple, you see the top of it and it has the many leaves that go in different directions. And then you look at the physical pineapple itself and it has the spikes that goes in many different directions. And pineapple is good for money flow. It actually allow money to flow to you from different directions. It can be used in incenses, satchels, um, mojo bags. Um, you can grind it up, put it into your food, so that way you can eat your money. It really just depends. A lot of these herbs are very creative. You can use them for many purposes. Uh, for money, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank here. Y'all got to give me a moment. Somebody talking to me.
I
It
was
really just depends on your intention. All of these herbs that I've given you are multifaceted. It's not just one specific intention. You can use them in baths. You can use them in incenses. You can use them in satchels. So it's really if you want to carry your money, you want your money flowing, or you want your money coming to you in different directions. It really just depends. Another good one I like is vervain. And vervain is to keep the money suckers away, leeches, thieves, things of that nature. It definitely helps keep the theft of your money. It also helps to create useful and creative ideas, manifestation. A sharp mind is what helps to keep the creativity going, and that creativity can help you manifest things. So it does both things. It not only keeps the bloodsuckers away, but it also helps to keep your mind sharp. It's very good to use in tea because of the mental powers that it gives. But you can also use it in candles, satchels, incenses, things of that nature. Hold on, I gotta go be a mommy.
I just want to say that vervain is my absolute favorite. And you can make a lamp with everything that Priestess Omojole just said. You can make a lamp and use a pineapple as your vessel to make a lamp, and use the intentions that she just said, and you will have an amazing, amazing working. And I see Baby Shango. Hey, Baby Shango.
Say hi. Hi. He got beat up. Hold on.
All right. So
Okay,
everybody,
so Shango and SU over here fighting. So he 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 the one crying, but according to SU, he the one got beat up. But also sunflower oil. Sunflower oil is a fire herb, um, and it's also good for wishes and manifestation, and it can help speed up the process of all of the herbs that I gave you. So if you want to make like money oils, attraction oils, and things of that nature, that is a good one to use. If you want to heal your relationship with money, you can use those herbs and also use olive oil. So sunflower oil is good for manifestation. Olive oil is good for healing, and both of those can be used for money. And that's all I got for today because I didn't give y'all too much.
never too much, never too much, never too much. I love me some Luther, fat Luther, not the skinny Luther. We love some Luther. All right, so hashtag AML, y'all. You do not have to do all caps. Hashtag AML. Put it in the chat. AML. Do it real quick. Do it real quick while I cue it up. It takes a second. Hashtag AML. Oh, hold on, wait. It says an error occurred. Try refreshing the page. I'm just hit draw, and hopefully that works. Okay, it works. We're good. We're good. We're good. Oh, we gotta do another one. Oh, wait, there we go. Holy Medic. Holy Medic won.
Yay! Congratulations.
Make sure that you reach out to Priestess Omojole and make sure she has your information so that you can get something from her. I just want to let y'all know that Priestess Omojole makes a hair oil. And y'all see, I got all this hair, right? I didn't use the hair oil because I don't need that drama. But I did have somebody else use it. And their hair is doing just fine. So get the hair oil, and if that's what she ends up getting. But when she starts selling it in mass, go on ahead and do that. Priestess Anansi, what is? Oh, look! Oh, Priestess Omojole got the hair oil in her
Yes,
hand.
this is the hair oil. And it's red because of the herbs that I put in it. There are no artificial preservatives, colors, or fragrances in this oil. It is like this naturally. See, and Baby Shango wants to show you it in bottle form. Yes, it's like this naturally. It's not dyed. It just happens. That's what happens when you infuse your oils with herbs. They will absorb color too. Yeah.
And it smells good too. Priestess Anansi, what is your hashtag on review?
I want to say something about the oil after I say that hashtag, but I'm gonna do hashtag free yab, free YAB. So for those of you who don't really know me, I also in another life fight for wrongful convictions, and free yab is one of the hashtags that I often use. So use free hashtags so we can give some energy to this case I'm working on.
Love it. Free Yab. Yes. Omi has it exactly correct. Free Yab is the hashtag. And now you can talk about your hair oil situation.
Okay, so Omojole, if I'm not mistaken, this is the oil you were talking about, right? She just left. Is this the oil you were talking about
Let me see. I
last
can't
night?
see it.
No, last night you were asking about.
Yeah, that's the oil I was talking
Okay.
about. Yeah.
And I was saying that I put the oil, you remember that treatment I was going through is called TMS, right? They put the
Yeah.
magnet on your head. I would put the oil up there on my hair and around my head because the way that frequency penetrated, it hurt so bad. And after I started using that, it really gave my scalp, it's really soothed my scalp. So I just wanted to say that about your oil. Thank you.
I'm over here getting robbed for my cookies. I just want y'all to know that. I got Shango in front of me, SU behind me, and they robbing me over here.
And were those going to dudes? Because I saw you eating them, and I was I was starting to salivate a little bit because I'm hungry. I ain't ate yet today. I just had this tea, and I'm trying not to eat on camera because y'all know how I be, and I don't want this lipstick all over my face. Because that's the thing.
I'm going to brunch with my sister, and I'm hungry too. And I had this tea, but I also ate some mushroom chocolate for breakfast. And while I wait for brunch, waiting.
So this next topic is going to be real quick, and so we're gonna talk about it real quick. But health. So we all have batches of things going all cohesively, and so we just want to emphasize in this first episode how important it is, especially if you are priestessing and have the audacity to call yourself a priestess, that you actually are doing what you're supposed to do, and protecting your health holistically is part of that. And so make sure that we have an elderberry syrup class, Priestess Omoshule and I did about a year ago, that can be purchased. It's also inside the Practical Priestess bundle if you get that. We had a lot of different type of fire cider classes that we did a few months ago, and they're just super fantastic. Priestess Anansi, can you talk a little bit about fire cider, because it was actually your class, and yours fire cider is the one I have upstairs, and I done forgot already. So just can you talk about fire cider, and I'm gonna go grab mine so I can show it off.
So we did a fire. So every fall we do a type of tincture where it's focused on getting us through those winter months, those colder months where we tend to get colds, we can tend to get depressed, all the things that come with these seasonal affect stuff, right? So we did a fire tonic, and it is apple cider vinegar based with the mother with all the beneficial herbs, and we steep that for, what was it, 6 weeks, I think. And so, yep, 6 weeks. And so it has things like garlic in it, turmeric, peppers, all the spices, all the things that would increase your blood flow, your circulation, all the things that would heat your body up, all the things that would um, alleviate your sinus infections, sore throat, all the things that you would need, that you encounter. And you can take it anytime you're feeling tired, cold, sluggish, flu and cold symptoms, all those things. And it's good for our young ones, it's good for our older ones. Disclaimer, it is not a cure-all. However, it is an herbal tincture that is made by your hands with your energy and an enchanted. We do the whole class. We chant it while we are doing it, and we put all the good magical herbs in there. And we all have just been taking this whenever we need to. My feet were cold the other day, and I took a couple tablespoons and my feet warmed up. I have a problem with my extremities. They get cold, and this is perfect for me. It does so much. I give my 15-year-old some every morning before he goes to school because it is cold outside. So that's our thing, and we do this every equinox. And we do something every equinox. That was our fall fire cider, and it is the bomb, and we got plenty.
Listen. That fire cider got me through COVID. I mean, I didn't have COVID bad, but I had like a lot of the congestion in my nose. And I'm scary. I already got like real bad anxiety. And my one thing is breathing. I think I might have drowned in the past life. So I got a problem with not being able to breathe. No, no, you laughing and I'm dead ass serious. Like my fear. Hold on one second.
And one thing them kids gonna do, be kids.
It be
Yeah,
the
no.
mom faces for me.
I really have a fear of like not being able to breathe. So I took the fire cider and I kid you not, that stuff will open up every orifice in your body. Okay. I could breathe, I could hear, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't coughing no more. It that you definitely gotta you definitely let it wait the 6 weeks though. Like don't try to be, this is something that you have to make in like August in order for it to be ready for October, because that's when cold and flu season start in October. So you got to start in like August, September, like the first week of September, last like couple weeks of August, first week of September, so that way by the middle of October it'll be done, because it definitely helps, like for real, for real. It'll break all that mucus up real quick, real quick.
Yeah, my a few weeks ago, my boyfriend, he had to go to South Carolina for work, and when he came back, he felt weird, and so we both took a shot of this because whatever he had, I didn't want to get it, and baby, didn't neither one of us get sick. And the other day, he said something about him feeling weird, but he ain't been here, so he ain't had none of this, and no, nigga, sure enough, is sick now because he ain't got his medicine in me. But that's separate. Um, so thank you, Priestess Anansi and Priestess Omojale, for your input with the fire cider. And so make sure you are putting free yab in the chat. It does not have to be capitalized. Make sure you are putting, because there's 6 of y'all, so make sure you're putting free yab, FREEYAB as in boy, in the chat so that you can get entered into the last drawing of the day. And we're going to move on to our next topic. So the next section is world events, and we would be remiss if we did not start off with this first world event. We're only going to do one, but this is a big one, and I'm gonna try and get through this without crying, because I saw a video yesterday, actually this morning, right before I went to bed, and I almost cried to death. So before that though, we'll do some announcements. Priestess Omoshule, do you have anything coming up in the announcements that you would like people to know, and also give your Cash App information? I'm going to put it all on the screen, but put it up there for the good people.
Okay, so for those that do not know, Priestess Olaia and I are doing the 21-day self-love ritual. You're late, never, y'all on CP time, but it's never too late. So you can still purchase the video and do it at your own pace. Like I said, there's no relationship like the relationship that you're going to have with who? Olodumare and yourself. So that is that. I am doing a cloaking spray class coming up. Look out for the flyer, because if you're going to do fuck shit, why not cloak yourself? Okay. And someone asked about the head feeding. You can go to Omo, like my name, OMO, Shule.learn, orishahoodoo.com, and you could book an Ori reading with me. And I think that is all. That is all. So yes, so whoever asked about yes, Chanel, definitely, let me tell you, your Ori is a game changer. Everybody want to know if they are a child of Oshun and who has their head and stuff. Work with your Ori first. Your Ori is your higher consciousness. Your Ori is your destiny. Your Ori is faster and aiding you than any other Orisha. Y'all know. So that's my announcements.
Thank you so much. My announcements are that so yesterday was the last day of the first Practical Priestess bundle. It was amazing. Thank you everyone who was there and participated over the last couple of months. Part two, bundle two, will be forthcoming here real soon. But in January, we're going to start the Enchanted Vibes Book Club. It is only $5 to join. We'll have Zooms, weekly Zooms, where we'll be talking about, the books that we picked. The very first book is going to be this one, The Sibyls, the first prophetesses of Mami Wata. That book is a mind fuck, in case you've never read it. Just prepare yourself mentally to be fucked up. Anyway, it's a wonderful book. That's going to be the first book. And, but our very first meeting will be kind of tame. We'll go over some of the rules and the structure and everything like that. But again, that will be in January. And then also the 21-day shadow work mentorship will restart in January as well. So those are the two things that I have coming up. And you can go to, I post my link all the time. But it is specifically for this one, it is Omowaware. So the third part of my name, OMOWORE.learnarishahoodoo.com. And it will pop up with all my things. And you'll be able to register there. But I will post the direct link. So make sure you are following me on all the things so that when I do post the links, you will see them. And make sure you are following all the priestesses. All of our individual YouTube channels are in the description of this video. So make sure that you are watching that. Make sure you're subscribed to everybody, because we all post different things. Sometimes we have collabs. So just make sure that you're following up on everything so you're never left out of the conversation.
I don't have any announcements other than it's good to be alive and blessed. And like Priestess Omoshule said, we are doing our 21-day self-love ritual. We'll probably run it back again next year at some point. We always need to be focused on ourselves and our self-love before anything else. So we'll likely be running it back again next year. I will have some classes coming out in 2024, so stay tuned for that. And my Cash App is Yemaya Goddess. So $sign Yemaya, Yemaya, Goddess, Goddess.
I'm sorry, y'all. If y'all know me, y'all know these kids is always in the background doing something. I'm telling you, if you've ever sat through one of my classes, you already know. So I do have some things coming up in January. Right now, my classes are closed specifically to the covenant because it's in preparation for my ritual in January. It's January the 14th. It's called Rest, Recuperation, and Redirection. That will be a live ritual that you can participate in. But the classes for December are closed to Coven only because the products that are coming out of them will be a part of the ritual. Those will be sold in my apothecary starting Christmas. They will be available. I will actually start to advertise those on my spiritual page, Omojole Ifonyinka. Coming, what's today? The 10th, the 17th. Oh, no, nobody asked you. On Christmas Eve. So that way the apothecary will be open for the purchase of these two products on Christmas Eve. So that way we can have them to you by the new year. So that way you can participate in the ritual. The price for the ritual has not been set yet. That will be that will be discussed and advertised as it comes out. You can always book any products or services that I have, classes and services that I have available on omojole.learnarishahoodoo.com. Like I said, the apothecary will be open on Christmas Eve, so that way you can shop for not only the products for the ritual in January, but also other things that I have available. Um, Other than that, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Um, Holla at your girl in the Facebook groups or in Discord. Um, I do have my Mother May I reading still on discount. It's $1 per minute with a 29-minute minimum. You can message me directly for the link to book. Please show proof of purchase when you book with me, so that way I can give you a specific time, because they have my Fridays all jacked up, but I'm available uh, mostly all day Saturday and Sunday. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Ocean, I did have one thing to say really quick if I can. Ocean could maybe in the chat reminded me to mention my journals. They are enchanted and hand stitched and leather. So if you are interested in a hand stitched enchanted leather journal, reach out to me. I have a couple made already. They are brown, not the black ones. So yeah, they are $35 for the 15 signature and or for the 7 signature, and then I have a 15 thicker one. So if you are looking to start a grimoire or a prayer journal, go ahead and reach out.
I also wanted to mention, I forgot to say it. I still have $30 Ancestor Speaks readings going on. So, um, again, make sure you're following everybody on all the things, because some of us do still have some. Some of us still have some 11 classes too, I believe. So, again, make sure you're following us all. And if you click on our old Black Friday links, that's how you will get to those 11 classes. Some of us have a link tree. I have a link tree, so if you click my link tree link, everything will pop up for you. So, and if you want something specific from one of us, reach out to us. If something happens and somebody doesn't answer, you can always reach out to me, and I will put you in contact with the proper person, because my phone stays blowing up. Um, so, and it's fine. I have accepted my role in the community as the filter, and so it's fine. If you need help with anything, you can't get a hold of somebody, whatever the case is, a link isn't working, just reach out to me, and I'll get you together, or get you in touch with whoever will get you together. Priestess Anansi, do you have any announcements?
I have a few. I am still doing readings on Wednesdays. You can book a service at anansi.learnarishahoodoo.com. Also, another priestess and I, Priestess Oyapetu Wemimo, her and I are putting together a Reiki certification course. So if you are interested in that, make sure you reach out. It will be coming soon. Also, I will be loading on my site the energy series where I cover Reiki, um, how to increase your vibration, how to recognize vibrations, crystal grids, and all the things energy and crystals. So look out for that. Also, what else did I want to say? Please follow me on YouTube. I'm a baby YouTuber and I need followers, and I will be loading up some videos and creating different playlists. There will be a spiritual playlist, but there will also be other things in all aspects of my life on there. And you can find me at the Curio Queen 1139, Priestess Anansi on YouTube. And that's what I have. Oh, one more thing. I don't know if I mentioned this, but we will all in 2024 be doing a public ritual every month. So stay tuned for that. It will be dope. And we are doing it so that the public can participate. The energy is going to be out of this world. And each month there's a theme for something different. So stay tuned, reach out, and we will be posting that information soon.
All right. So this is our last topic of the day, and it's a doozy. Like I said, I'm trying not to cry. If y'all got me crying on the YouTubes, I'll be so upset. Anyway, the topic we are going to talk about as a world event is Israel and Palestine. So I'm sure by now most people have heard about what's going on, but if you haven't, um, for about the past 70 years, there has been conflict between Israel and Palestine. There are wrong things going on both sides. Okay. However, we are at the point now where in the last 2 months, 8,000 children, 8,000 Palestinian children have been killed due to what is going on. Like I said, bad things on both sides, right? Because we know Hamas. Most of us have heard the name Hamas. We know that it's a terrorist organization, right? But what people forget to mention is why Hamas exists. Hamas exists because of the Israeli occupation of Palestinian land in various places, where Israel literally went in with their military that the United States and some other countries fund and made the Palestinians get out of land that the Israelis had no right to. And this has been going on for 70 years. And so at some point, some Palestinians got fed up, and that's how Hamas was started. And so they started, instead of being like a grassroots, let's figure out a way to make this better type situation, this is more of a tit for tat type organization where they go in and they, like I said, they're a terrorist group. And so they've committed a lot of crimes against the Israeli people as well. But now we're at a point where Palestine itself is not a world power. It doesn't have the military might that Israel has. And Israel is literally at this point bombing neighborhoods. They're not just bombing Hamas. They're not just going after Hamas. They are literally bombing hospitals. They are bombing schools. They are bombing cemeteries. They are bombing, like I said, neighborhoods. And it's catastrophic. And so I'm going to let somebody else take over before I start to cry.
Oh, can I? All right. So what people don't really understand about this whole war is that the Palestinians is a predominantly Muslim community, and Muslims believe in an eye for an eye. Period. It's in the Quran. They believe in an eye for an eye. Also, in the Quran, it states that Jews are the enemy of Muslims, and that this is what's called a jihad or a holy war. They are not only fighting for their lives, they're fighting for the right for their religious freedom. So that's the reason why Hamas is in a, oh, let's hold hands, kumbaya type of thing, because in their eyes, not only are they, a political enemy, they are also a religious enemy, and they believe that them fighting in this war is going to give them access to heaven, because they will die in the pursuit of not only their political beliefs, but their religious beliefs as well. I really find this disheartening. It's really, really sad to begin with, because just like Omar Rory said, when you think about Israel and its size against Palestine, and then the fact that they're being funded by 3 other super nations, it's kind of like a David versus Goliath thing. Like, Israel can literally crush Palestine. Palestine cannot do the same to Israel. And, but yet still Palestine is being depicted as the bad guy because of Hamas. And it's really, it's sad because it's innocent people being caught in the middle on both sides. I really wish they could just go out to a field somewhere and fight it out amongst themselves and leave the innocent people where they need to be. in order for them to live. Not only are they dropping bombs on Palestine, they are cutting off their food, their water, there's electricity. Like they are, it's genocide at this point because they are literally depriving them everything that they need in order for them to sustain. And then, when they retaliate, it's like a throw a rock, hide the hand type of thing. And it's really, really sad because children are being caught in the middle of it. These kids didn't do anything to anybody. They just want to live and be kids and grow up and play and have fun. And they are being denied that very privilege because the men in power want to play victim instead of realizing that everybody has a plan to play in this. That's really all I got for this because that's about as politically correct as I'm gonna get, and I don't need my channel shut down. I don't need my channel shut down, but I'm just really, really praying for those children because they don't deserve any of this. These grown folks, they made their decisions and they're going to have to stand on business. But these kids didn't ask for none of it. So, if anything, I ask that people pray for these children and, pray that they find ease and comfort here and in the hereafter.
Can I just point something out? It's very disheartening to have spiritual people, religious people affirming the genocide that's happening. And that's literally going around. You have Christians using the Bible as justification for why this is happening. And although it's in the Bible, sure, there's been prophecies and all of this. If you really believe in the word of the Lord, genocide is not something that you side with. That is not something that should be used as a way to.
I mean, I hate to cut you off, but look at the Crusades. They used the Bible
Yeah.
to go through and plunder and kill and all in the name of God. I mean,
Yeah.
some of the evilest things
History
have been
shows
done
us.
in the
His,
name of God or whoever
history
God.
history always shows us and it always repeats itself, right? This is fucked up, period. And I don't agree with it. I do not agree with that ideology. I do not agree with any of that. I just don't. I don't. I don't care about the Battle of Armageddon and all of these things. Like, it could be very real. Yes, but that does not mean that we need to be out here intentionally causing Armageddon. Like, literally. That's what's happening right now. Israel is trying to ignite this Armageddon that is in the Bible. For what? They're killing babies. And it's not okay because now I don't even like going to scroll on social media because too many censored posts. Too many censored posts. It's unfucking comfortable and it's unreal that you have these religious people out here using this as an excuse to literally demolish a whole nation of people. It's unreal. My God is not down with that. Period. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Priestess Omoshule.
Hashtag free Palestine. That's it. That's all I have.
I would
Tell it to
say,
the fucking people.
I would say, on another note, like I don't want to just like discount what we're talking about or anything, but imagine this happening over here. Um,
And
I
it
would say
has.
it has. I would say let's get ourselves in order. You know, remember during COVID when there was nothing in the stores? Like literally, be prepared at home. Have some staples in your house. Have a bug out bag. Have some protection. Think about all the possibilities and prepare for them. Don't just wait. Don't just wait till it happens. That's what I would say.
If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Hashtag free Palestine. Okay. So I'm glad that we were kind of able to keep that short because I had to get myself together because I really don't. When it comes to kids, like that's a big soft spot for me.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact I've seen
Kids,
too
old
many,
folks, and animals.
I've seen too many videos of children. Like there was a video where a girl, she was her house had been bombed and everything had started to collapse, and her and her whole family were trapped, but she was in a room by herself. And her mother, her father, her baby brother, and I believe like a grandparent were somewhere else in the house. And she's talking to um, the rescuers because she's the closest. But she's telling them, get them first. Go get them first. I'm okay. Get them first. Because she was so concerned about her family. And this girl was probably no older than probably like 12. And then I saw them pull her out. There was another girl who was crying. They got her to the hospital. She was fine, but she's laying on the ground in the hospital because there's so many people. There's no more beds in the hospital. And so she's just laying on the ground and somebody's talking to her. And they're asking her about her family. And she's describing in the most innocent, childlike way possible how they're all dead. And we can go back and forth all day about land, but the fact that, and legally who owns what and all this other stuff, but that has nothing to do with human life at all. And the fact that people are willing to kill people, particularly children, over something as petty as land, which they have no right to in the first place.
That part. Say that part. Say that part. Say that part.
They have this whole conflict is over land that Israel has no actual rights to. It's Palestinian land. And so, yes, Hamas is a terrorist organization and needs to be stopped. I agree. But that is not at the expense of 8,000 children and 20,000 Palestinians altogether. Like it's not worth the cost. Imagine the land healing that's going to need to happen now. Like I have a friend, one of my very closest friends, her father is buried in Israel. He's Israeli. He's buried in Israel. And because of this conflict, she doesn't even want to look into the fact to see if that cemetery even still exists. Like that's something that I wouldn't even want to deal with as a person because my father has passed too. Luckily, he's on my altar. He's not in somebody's dirt somewhere. But I have other family members who are, and so I can't even imagine the horror of A, living there and having to deal with it, but B, being a whole world away and not knowing if my father's remains are intact because of a stupid conflict that shouldn't even be started, regardless of whose fault it is. There is going to be so much work to be done once this is over, once there is a ceasefire, that it's going to take probably hundreds of years to undo what is being done in this moment, just in the last 2 months. It will take literally hundreds of years to undo this damage, and that's wildly unfortunate. So, does anybody have anything else before we do this last one? All right. Make sure you have free ab in the chat. There's only 7. So, hopefully, get to the last good one. Queen Kima, you are the winner, and you
Yay!
get something from Priestess Anansi. Make sure you reach out to her so that she can get your information and get you together with that.
What do the kids say? Free yab till it's backwards. Don't they be saying that?
That part.
It usually be the menace to society out here. These kids out here murdering people. Want some free Keyshawn till it's backwards? No, keep that nigga locked up. But in this case, free yab. Okay,
That
keep
part.
people underneath the jail, but
That
free
is
yab and free Palestine too.
and Free
That
Palestine.
part.
Again, in case y'all didn't hear it, Free Palestine. Hold on, wait a minute. Somebody had it. We're gonna put it up on the screen because y'all not about to play with us today. I wish I had I can't remember what that scarf is, and I don't want to say it wrong. I wish I had one because y'all know I'm petty and I would wear it every day. Y'all would see me with one of them hoes on.
Hijab.
No, it's not a hijab. It's something very specific. It's printed. It's made in Pakistan. It's made in Palestine. It's red and white, and it looks like a scarf, and I can't remember what it is.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The men wear it. Yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
women. Well, everybody's wearing them now, so it don't even matter now. Amanda Seals has it posted on her page. She's been wearing hers for weeks. She's probably been the most vocal celebrity that I've seen about it, and she's been calling people out. She's been calling out her friends. She's been calling out her colleagues because she's like, why are you not saying nothing? Like, even if you're on the side of Israel, you could still call for a ceasefire.
You know why?
Like, you can still
You know why? You know why? They're not. They're not trying to risk their comfort. They're not trying to be canceled. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to get out of their comfort zone.
If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
Fall for
Okay.
anything.
And somebody mentioned in the comments, history repeating itself when you refuse to learn from past history. And so here we are again. And it's crazy that Israel is essentially doing what was done to them.
Right.
It's just a much faster, grander scale, honestly. Because if it continues, it's going to be even worse. Like, this is what people are going to talk about in 50 years. They're going to talk about the genocide of Palestinians by Israel.
Right.
It'll be the newest version. They won't call it a Holocaust, but they'll call it something. And it's going to be wild that people are going to be on the absolute wrong side of that for political reasons and for religious reasons. Because if you're justifying the execution, murder, and genocide of people because of your religion, then you absolutely are not the enlightened religious person that you think you are.
Right.
So that's that on that.
Filming. They are filmed.
Heard. So thank you everybody for joining us. This has been a very interesting, fun thing, and we will be back in January. It'll be posted soon as to what date, but make sure that
January 7th.
January 7th. There it is, January 7th. We'll be back. And so make sure you are following all the priestesses on their respective YouTubes. And this is the Priestess Tea Time YouTube. So make sure that you are following us as well. Make sure you are subscribed. Again, make sure you email us with all your strange, peculiar relationship stories at priestessteatime@gmail.com. We will all do our outros and we will leave y'all alone for the day. So, Priestess Omoshule.
Thank y'all for joining. I am Priestess Omoshule, and like I always say, pray with me, don't play with me.
Thank you all for joining us. I am Priestess Ifa Pomile Omowari Ogbonyomi. And remember to keep your head so high you don't even see the haters.
I am Priestess Olaia Ifa Shabi. And as I say, test these waters if you want to.
I am Priestess Omojole Efunyinka. And as always, be fruitful and multiply. Go forth and do great things. Live long and prosper. May the force be with you. And may the odds forever be in your favor.
And I am Priestess Anansi Ifashewa. And I always say, be the change you want to see.
Thank y'all so much. Remember
Thank
to
you,
give those
guys.
love donations. Love donations. Thank y'all. Have a great Sunday and go be great. Go be the greatest.